You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog. Woo, woo! My name is Kinsey. I fly helicopters and planes, so I can definitely pilot these boys. Yep. Joining me today is one of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
Thank you.
Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
Put on for nephew today. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Top 5 passer in the history of the UFC Trojans and our quarterback, Cody Kessler.
Yeah, Cody.
And we got a special guest on the show today, his first time appearing. We got 3-time Pro Bowler, and he actually won a Super Bowl with
Hey, that's why he over here with me.
Yeah.
TJ Ward.
Let's go.
What up? What up? Yeah.
Talib, are you feeling insecure today? Usually the only guy with a ring on the channel.
Well, if it were my brother, I might. You feel me? This is my brother right here, so we all good.
I'm just so glad that TJ's here today because that man to your right is going to need some backup today.
Okay, I got him. Same team.
But you know what's funny? TJ before the show said, I was like, oh, you're going to have some chemistry with Lieb. He said, Lieb and I fight.
All the time.
I said,
we like this, Skip. Really?
Yeah, man,
we like this.
Maybe he'll be joining us.
He might, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully things in the arena get a little heated today. But as always, you guys, this episode is presented by Underdog. If you are new to Underdog, today is the day. Get $100 in bonus entries when you play just $5 with code GRID, win or lose. Underdog isn't stopping there. New customers get a gimme pick. Aaron Rodgers just needs one more yard for that pick to hit. So you can make the pick right now in most states, Georgia, Texas, California, including those. So go support the show and claim your bonus and use code GRID. So we have a packed show. As always, we're going to be talking about Baker Mayfield, Drake May, more about the trade deadline, Steelers, Chargers, Rams, Niners, and so much more. First, though, we got to talk about your Broncos because last night, that was 3 hours of my life I can't get back. So
That's crazy.
Damn,
That's crazy.
So that was just the second NFL game since 1950 to have more penalties than first downs.
Yeah.
So that was a tough one to watch. And you know, you've been telling me, you've been bragging about Bronocs constantly every single day. I finally played him last night. And I'm
that was
pissed.
a bad night.
I'm upset. I'm
You
upset.
picked the wrong night. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, you know, I'm going to
You
take him off
picked
the
the wrong
bench
night.
He's playing the Raiders.
It was a Thursday night. You should not have played him on a Thursday night, though.
Right.
You should have texted me and asked me first. I would have told you, don't do it.
Even the Broncos fans were pissed. They were booing Bo Nix. So
Yeah.
this is what Bo Nix has to say about getting booed.
What'd you think about some of their reaction, the boos and that kind of thing?
Well, I've been booed before and I'll be booed again, so not gonna be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you, but you know, it's part of it.
So we're gonna ask his fan club, Aqib Talib, how are you gonna defend Bo Nix today?
Hey, I've been booed before too, Bo. Hey, it's all in the game. But I will say this, though. Skip, I know you over there itching.
Yeah, I'm itching.
He won the game, first of all. So we acted
did.
like he lost the game.
That's about all you can say.
That's
He
it.
won
So we won the game. So then, you know, I talk about the
He
picks.
has been doing that.
The first pick is before the half, 40 seconds left. He throwing something up, trying to make something happen. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make something happen. The second pick hit off a receiver chest. So
No, it was behind him.
it hit off his
Reached it
chest. It hit off a
backwards. Am I
receiver
right?
chest.
Yeah, no, and he double clutched, and there were two guys over the
Did
top.
it hit off a
and
receiver chest?
It hit off his back hip.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
come on.
his back hip. It was behind him, and you could argue that maybe he was trying to throw the ball to Bryant in front of him. As well.
Yeah,
So,
that's what you would say. Right? I would say it hit.
Eye in the sky don't lie.
It hit my dog right in his chest, flew up
Okay.
in the air. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoop-de-doo, bad pick. But I say, look, I look at it like this, right? Start at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You like QBRs, right? I just said, let me go back and look at all the games. Just go check him out, see what he been doing. See if he been playing that bad, right? I said, first game, 16 QBR. I said, all right, that was bad. It's a trash team. We blew them out. He's 16 QBR, we blew them out, right? Then we go to Indy, 75. That ain't bad, right? Solid, a good team, 75, you know what I'm saying? Chargers, 43. That's kind of in the middle, right? Kind of
below average.
Below average, a little below average, 43. Not just terribly bad, though. We should have won that game, right? In my opinion, we should have, maybe not to Skip. Bengals, 75. Eagles 61.
You're skipping over all the trash ones.
No, I'm going in order. I'm going right in order. Jets 36. That's bad. Below average.
Yeah.
That's trash. Giants, Cowboys 80 plus, 80 plus. You know what I'm saying? Then Texans 53. That's right below average. Then last night 27. So I'm like, against the trash teams, he got trash QBRs. Yeah, that's what I see too. But
where
I
does,
see this too. Look,
where does he rank overall?
all right, probably like middle of the pack, 20 or
Like
something.
19.
19.
All right, yeah, but
19?
where does the Broncos rank overall?
Sure.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like this, right, Kinsey? Just like you said. But when he like this, it's against the trash teams. When he like this, it's against the good teams, though.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying the 80 and the 80, the two QBRs he had were against good teams and the Giants and the
That's
Cowboys?
well,
Those
no,
are
they
good
was-
teams
they was-
or defenses?
Giants.
Well,
yeah.
we gotta look where
You're
they
saying the
was
Giants
when we
defense
played
is
them.
a good defense.
No, look where they was
At
when
the
we played
time,
them. Not
they
right
was.
now.
Yeah,
look
they
where they
was.
was when we played them. And Indy, that's a good team. Philly, that's a good team. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not arguing those. I'm talking about the 280s that he had with
Yeah,
the Giants
but
and
look
the
what it
Cowboys
was. That was
defense
a
who
4-3.
giving
That was
everybody
a 4-3 Giants team. We said Richie was right here on the Giants train. You was on the Giants train. We was in here. The Giants wasn't a super bad team at that time.
Wait, they were not 4-3 at the time.
What was they?
2-4, I think, at the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
they weren't
They were not
4-3.
4-3.
Well, whatever they was. They wasn't just terrible like they is. They haven't won the game since then. You know what I'm saying? That probably started the downfall of their ass right there. My point is, how he play in the fourth quarter, that show you that he raised his play when he has to. His QBR against good teams, that show you that he raised his play when he have to. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when you got a defense like Bo got, you don't got to come out and be Superman every damn week. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make a mistake in the fourth quarter to lose that game, did he? Did he?
No.
No.
Okay then. All right.
He didn't make
You
any
don't
plays,
make
but he
mistakes.
didn't make any mistakes.
When you're playing trash teams, Skip,
Yeah.
you just lean on your defense. You take what they give you. They ain't really give them nothing. They played a nice game on defense. You know what I'm saying? So he raised his play when he has to.
He did make a mistake, but the Raiders missed the field goal. He
Yeah.
did make a mistake in the fourth quarter. You're saying the pick, though, was off, was a tip. You're not putting that on him.
If it hit off somebody's chest, what
Okay.
else do you want, Cody?
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? How would we look if you throw the ball off somebody's chest and we ain't here blaming
If I'm being honest, if I threw that ball right there, first of all, he double clutched. So he knew that it was already muddy. There are two guys over one. Franklin got pushed off of his spot. They're already mixed up on their routes. In that situation on third down, and I know the game's on the line and my defense is playing great, just don't even throw it. Just check the ball down, throw it away, or move on. He tried to, you can even tell that he wasn't ready to throw it. He went, I'm going to force it.
And when
he
he
was
forced it,
late,
what'd he
and
do?
then it was behind him.
Did
and
it
then got
hit
tipped
somebody
up.
in two hands?
Technically, yeah, but,
All right,
but
well,
you
well,
could make
technically,
a
that's all
better
we wanna
throw
go
right
off is
there, or
technically.
just not throw it at all. And you can argue, was he throwing it to Bryant or was he throwing it to Franklin? You could argue. You don't
You
even
can
know who was
argue
trying to
that.
get
The
ball.
same reason why that throw was off was the same reason why the Raiders mixed the kick. It was windy. It was cold.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Those are all
It was,
the-
yeah.
those are
Yeah,
things
but
that-
it's tough throwing in the wind. I'll give you that.
So, the ugly wins is how you win chips. I want to see you in an ugly win versus a comfortable win. If you win a comfortable, you get to the playoffs with no adversity, how I know you can get it done. Now, Bo is not the perfect quarterback. His numbers aren't perfect. But when we need them wins, we got the best record in the AFC West. We got tied for the best record in the AFC, period. What more you want from him?
And he got the best numbers in the fourth quarter. Period. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so explain this to me. If Bronocs is so great, and if Bronocs is better than Jaden Daniels, according to you,
Right.
then why are your Super Bowl odds 10th? You are 10th in Super Bowl odds right now.
I don't know.
Why is that?
I have
you have
no
the
idea.
best record in pro football, and your odds are 10th best. Why would that be?
Now,
I
who's
just-
making the odds?
Yeah, I just
Well,
got.
That's who I need to know. Who's
Yeah.
making
I just
the
got
Las
odds?
Vegas.
Who's the odds makers?
I-
Las Vegas?
Yeah.
But what's,
Hey, you
where's
never know.
where's
You know
Jaden
they like
Daniels?
big money.
What's his odds?
Okay, well, he's been out.
All right, well, that's my whole point, Skip.
Hey.
That's my point. That's why
Okay.
he's better than Jaden Daniels, because he's been out.
Okay, so is he better than Joe Burrow? Because Joe Burrow's been out a whole lot, right?
Well, Joe
So-
Burrow done laid his bed. You know what I'm saying? He done showed us what he could do in the league. You know what I'm saying? Jaden, hey,
Jaden did as a rookie. He
What?
showed you what he could do in the league.
he ain't
Took
showed
a bad
me.
team and took them all the way to the NFC Championship game.
And
beat
Bo took a
Detroit
bad
at home
team
in
to the
a playoff
playoffs
game.
too. Like the NFC Championship or a division or a wild card, that's the same boat to me. You know what I'm saying? Go to the chip. Then you show me something.
This Bo's second year, right?
Yeah, get
Yeah.
through that game right there. Then you show me something. So they're in the same boat, but you're not available, bro. I told you before, Skip. Only thing I got against Jaden, I would probably pick Jaden over Bo if he wasn't
Probably?
hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, if he wasn't hurt. Yeah, but if you're gonna be hurt here and hurt, bro, I can't.
Okay,
I'm a
but-
GM. I don't want that.
But Jaden played 20 games last year as a rookie, all 20 games.
Right.
And they played 20 because they went all the way to the NFC Championship chip.
But you
right?
know why they call it a sophomore slump? Because they want to see what you do in year 2.
Okay.
We want to go
but
through
that's
that
not
rookie year.
performance, that's injury.
But that's part of it.
Okay.
Skip. You don't get no break.
Okay, so he had a sprained knee and he pulled his hamstring and now
Yes,
he's got a
Skip.
dislocated elbow that doesn't require surgery. It's not that big a deal. IR, he could come back this year unless they just say, let's just chuck it until next year.
They need
right?
to.
Okay.
Hey, Skip, that's all part of it, man. You go through that senior year or whatever year, then you go straight into that combine. That circuit is long. It get hard. Your muscle tissues start to wear down, Skip. That make you start to pop a hamstring, hurt a knee.
Happened to you.
Happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I know all about it. My sophomore slump, I had 5 picks, but I don't know if I finished the season though.
Shoot,
Okay.
I damn sure didn't finish my season. I broke my foot halfway through my second year. And Cody know, you could play that rookie year. That second year, we licking our chops on defense because we done got a read on you.
Yep.
That first year, we don't know what you're doing. We
That
don't know
book's
your
out.
tendencies. We don't know. That second year, we honed in. Now we're going to see what you do that third year, how you adjust to our adjustments.
Okay.
Like Jaden, he's unfortunate enough to be with the Commanders, right? Bo's in a way better situation in Denver. We've seen what Washington does with quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks.
Okay. But this is a new regime. This is all new people, new coaching, new
Yeah, the Browns
coordinator.
always have new
Yeah, I
regimes
know.
too, and same result.
But it's just the
Be the
Browns.
city.
Hey, I got
You know
someone
what
else
I'm
who's
saying?
in Cleveland also now
Yeah,
to
you
back
feel
me
me?
up.
Like that's what it is.
Some of that.
All right, let me go and
Go
then
ahead,
you
Skip,
can go.
please.
Okay, here's why the Denver Broncos are only 10th best in Super Bowl odds. Because your quarterback is 19th in QBR. That's all. They're looking at your quarterback saying, we don't trust him. It looks to me like he's actually having a sophomore slump that you won't acknowledge, because every time I watch, starting with last night, that team they were playing was not very good, and Geno got hurt and did something to his...
It's always something.
It's always something, but he
Right.
pulled his quad. I don't know. The play didn't look that bad, but he's over there on the bike and he's in the tent. But he came back in. Whatever. They're just not very good on offense, so they pose very little threat to your defense. So you have a defense that has a chance to break the all-time sack record, which was 1984 with the Chicago Bears, which was 76. You've got 46, and you got about half a year to go. So Nick Bonito is like from another planet right now. Like he's unblockable.
He is.
But he gets mostly single block because you've got so much else going on that front. So I give you all the above, but can that keep overcoming your quarterback who comes out every night or every day, overamped, frantic, frenetic? I get nervous. I start sweating watching him because I don't know what he's going to do with the football. He might fling it over there.
Right.
He might throw it over there. I don't know. I don't see calm, cool, collected. I don't see poise in the pocket. I see talent. I see athletic ability. He can take off and run. I see a nice arm, maybe not a great arm, but a nice arm. But man, it's hard to trust it when I look at what happened last night. So Jeanty, Geno hit him right in the hands. Maybe he didn't see it in the lights, or it came too fast and it pops. He butterfingers it and it pops up to an easy interception. So you get the ball 1st and 10 at their 33, and you go backwards 6 yards and have to punt. That just won't. That's going to come back to bite you against a much better football team. You know it, and I know it. Then you block a punt.
That was all Bo?
What's that?
That was all Bo, though?
Well,
That coach
he
called it a
is the
double
quarterback.
pass. We called it a double pass. Like,
Okay, all right.
3rd and 1. That, yeah,
like, come on, we call it
That
a double.
was
Like,
bad.
come on, don't put it all on Bo now.
That was bad.
The whole, as a
third one
unit,
double
they're
pass was
struggling. It's
terrible.
not just all on Bo.
Maybe that shows you what the coach is thinking of the quarterback right now.
Or maybe the backs. I would have given the ball to Dobbins zone, getting a yard.
Me too.
I thought-
That's what I would have did.
Twice,
Yeah.
40 yards.
Yeah.
I'm told.
Give me
That's
a
what I
yard
would have
to
did
move
too.
on. Yeah.
But go ahead, put it on Bo. Continue.
Okay, but
Put
I
it on
thought
Bo.
Dobbins ran pretty hard last
He
night.
did. So
He
3rd and 1, I
Respectable,
might give him
you
the
know?
ball, but go ahead, put it on Bo though.
Harvey's got some.
Okay,
got
We
some-
can put that on Bo.
You block a punt with your face mask. You know, the guy just kind of walks in front of the punt. I don't know what they're doing. They didn't even block him.
Yeah.
So you get the ball 1st and 10 at the 12, at their 12-yard line, and you go backwards 2 yards, and you wind up having to take a 32-yard field goal, which becomes the game winner. Okay, I give you that, but that's all you can cash in. Then, as you point out,
That's it, Skip.
missed 48-yard field goal by the Raiders with 4.5 minutes left, or maybe they're still playing out there. I don't know. And then the Raiders had a touchdown call back because of the offensive pass interference, which I guess it was. It's kind of a ticky-tack call, but you're lucky you got away with that one. and then Jeanty breaks one for about 30 yards, is only good run of the night, and there's a hold that's off the play by the
always
wideout.
something, boy.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, that's how
you.
lucky. And then I got to bring this up because you love you some Riley Moss, and to his credit, he got to go on the set last night post game and do the big interview. That was great exposure for him along with Benito. But my point is, he got smoked by that kid.
Double move.
Yeah, by Dante Thornton, that rookie from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And Gino threw one dime, man. It's just a dime. And it's going to be maybe first and goal at the 5. He might have scored. I don't know. And it just goes right through his hands. You're lucky, man.
Super lucky.
Okay, you got
We're just super lucky.
72 lucky.
The defense, Bo, we ain't got nothing to do
then-
with this 8-2 record. We just
All right.
lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Who is the most penalized team in all of the NFL right now? The whole league.
The Broncos?
The Broncos are the most
Yeah.
penalized team. And especially on offense, they're highly penalized because last night they had 11 total penalties for 98 yards. But the quarterback's shaky. I think the whole offense is shaky because he's a nervous kind of player, high-amped, over-amped kind of player. And somehow that equates into so many false starts and this and that's where you're like, sometimes I blame the coach or the coaching staff where you're just not well schooled. You know, you're not focused on the task at hand. But sometimes the quarterback's just a little out of control.
I just know I just been part of a defense, Bub too.
Yeah.
We've been part of a defense where we was top 5 in the league.
Okay.
And we had a shitty quarterback, and our record didn't show. Our record didn't. We wasn't like Bo. Well, we just wasn't.
Which
lucky.
year?
It was after the Super Bowl.
Oh, the year.
Yeah.
Next year, okay.
I mean, we still had a top 5 defense in
I
the
can't
league.
remember who it was.
It was Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We was 500 at best.
Yeah.
Like, we was very trash.
Okay.
So a good defense don't translate to wins all the time.
No,
It's a quarterback-driven league, and I feel like, honestly, we like 3 plays away from being 10-0. Like, why is that not the topic of conversation this morning? The Broncos are literally like 3 plays away from being 10-0. Are they not, Cody?
I mean, you could argue they're 3 plays away from being 6-4 too, though.
Yeah.
At the same
Damn,
time,
Cody, you got that
Got a
Cleveland Brown mindset.
positive, man. Positive.
You got that Cleveland Brown mindset.
I'm just being
You know what I'm
honest
saying?
right now.
That's that Cleveland Brown in you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. I'll say this first, though, to your guys' credit. And one thing, to your point, Skip, that
Yeah.
I do disagree with, that was a pass interference on that touchdown. You can't do that. You want to block
Man,
that. You're
come
not
on.
down
I give you
field.
that.
Look,
No,
no,
it
I
wasn't
didn't-
offensive pass interference.
Clear
You
as
can't do
day.
that. But if I would have told you guys that you were 8-2 right now through 10 games, that you're leading the division, and you haven't played your best football yet, you guys would take it, right?
Of
Any day
course.
of the week. So I'll give you that. But I went back, I watched the film last night, and I went back this morning, I had some time. I went back and watched Bo Nix's film again. Skip, you're right on with, wouldn't say shaky or out of control, but a couple things he does that I think is going to hurt him down the line and things that I would like to see him already have improved on going into year 2. The first one is that he's too quick to escape the pocket. There's no rhythm when he gets to the top of his drop. You can already tell when he has a clean pocket, the play hasn't developed yet, he's already looking for a rush lane to step up and take off and run or to escape to his right. That's his thing right now is he'll step up even if there's not a lot of pressure. He likes to escape to the right and then try to throw the ball, and he's missing a lot of those low. You can't keep doing that. The second thing that he does, and I already mentioned this, was some of those double pump throws. He gets to the top of his drop, and he does a couple clutches to where, should I throw it? Should I not? I'm already late. My timing's off. Tells me 2 things. One is he doesn't trust his receivers going to be where they need to be, and that's tough to fix in season. If you do that consistently outside of Cortland Sutton, he hasn't really had a lot of chemistry with some of these guys, and if he keeps doing that, you can see it lead to an interception. You can see it lead to some of those missed throws. He has guys open, and his timing's been off. The other thing is when he gets to the top of his drop, his footwork is too inconsistent. He does one of 2 things. The first thing is he gets to the top of his drop, and his feet die. And he doesn't have the torque like Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have the torque like some of those guys to where his feet can die, and he can still generate velocity. He becomes all arm. And what happens when you become all arm? You start missing high. You start missing low on checkdowns, on quick outs, on short throws. Your feet can't die. You got to keep a strong base and step up. And then the other thing he does, especially when he checks it down, like I mentioned, is he starts to escape right for no reason. He starts falling away and fading away on his throws, and he's just inconsistent with his accuracy. And then the last thing, and the thing that concerns me the most that I saw last night, you can go back and watch a couple plays. There's another one.
Got another one?
There's another one.
Yeah.
And I'll show you a couple plays too if you want me to when we're
right,
done.
yeah, sure.
Is where he is already predetermining, and maybe it was the weather, maybe it was the wind, maybe he's just losing confidence, but he drops back and you tell that he's predetermining throwing a check down.
Yeah.
He's not even, especially on 3rd and
That's
long.
true.
And there's
I
going
buy
to be
that.
time, Skip,
Yeah.
when they're going to win. I know it's 3rd and 14, we called a play, you got, drop 8, you got double cloud. It's not there. Fine, I know I'm going to let the play develop, let him drop, find my check down, let's go punt the ball. But there's a couple times on film. There's one in the second quarter where they had double curls, they had flats, they had a mirrored concept, and you can see Bo dropping back, and he's already looking directly at Dobbins to throw the check down. He's not even letting the play develop, and he had the curl to the left wide open. That tells me that he's either losing confidence in himself or he's losing confidence in the play calling. And that's not what you want to see from your quarterback. But then at the end of the day,
And that's him throughout the entire season, or that's just him on Thursday?
that happened a couple times throughout the year. It happened
the
in the first
entire
3
season.
quarters against the Giants. He did it a couple times early in the season. It's been something that's been
So
consistent.
his fourth quarter versus the Giants, you ain't seen him make no third downs, make no throws.
He has. And I'm not saying he does that every time. I'm just saying it's becoming
Right.
more and more consistent.
I don't think I ever seen a quarterback 8-2 get nitpicked like this though. What is it? Is it because I'm on the internet like pubbing him up that I got the word?
Nope.
I'm sorry,
Hey.
Bo. I'm a go against Bo so I can get the world off of him like that. Is that what it is?
I'll say this. I like Bo Nix. I like him. This is just a brutally
don't.
honest tape breakdown.
you
If I'm a
don't.
coach
No, you don't.
watching film.
You just
I do.
said 17 things he do terrible.
I said 4 things, and I started with, if I told you they're 8-2 and they're not playing their best football yet, you would
You
take
got
it. So I'm
better.
giving them credit. They're winning games despite what he's doing. He's finding a way to get the job done. I'll give him
I've
credit.
never seen it.
But a
I
big
like
part of
Bo.
that is the defense.
Yeah, I like Bo. He's not perfect. What young quarterback is? But if you say, give me a young quarterback right now, there's not too many guys you're going to take over Bo, right? You're going to take Trevor Lawrence. He's doing the same thing.
No.
He's not young anymore. C.J. Stroud, he does the same thing. So these young quarterbacks, I feel is more the system that are teaching them to do these things. Hey, you don't find your read, go to the check down, just to keep it safe. And that's kind of what the NFL is. You got these young athletic quarterbacks, they're telling them, use your legs to get out of trouble. It ain't the pocket throwers like we used to seeing, the Bradys, the Mannings, and Roethlisberger's 250 in the pocket could take a hit. We don't want these guys to get hurt. They're fragile, they're mobile, get out the pocket, run for the first, or find the check down, find the guy crossing late. Bo does that great, especially in crunch time. That's why we are 8-2.
And it's tough to win. Bo is averaging 6.1.
It ain't too tough. We 8-2. We 8-2.
Consistent.
And that's
Let me
hard to do.
finish.
It's hard to
Let
do.
me finish. It's hard to win when you get to the playoffs, when you get late in the season, when you have to face the Chiefs, and then you have to go and play the Bills, or even if the Ravens get hot. When you play those teams that have powerful offenses in the AFC, it's
Crazy.
Who
tough
got
to keep
powerful
up with
offense in
them.
the AFC?
Huh?
Who has a powerful offense in the AFC right now?
Chiefs? The Bills?
No, I would not call them powerful.
You're saying
They're not powerful right now. They've been powerful. They're not a powerful offense. Mahomes is getting better through the year, but he has been doing everything. this
Everything
year.
you just said, Bo
Trevor,
do.
You don't
Mahomes
think the Colts
do.
are a powerful offense?
the
Everything
Colts
that
are
you just said,
powerful.
Bo do,
They've
Mahomes
been
do the
powerful
same
by
shit.
running the
You're
ball.
telling me.
Double clutch,
Yeah.
move around, and
They're running the
escape
ball.
real quick. Everything that you just said, Bo do, Mahomes do the same shit. He's just the best at being bad quarterback, right?
It's not. Mahomes does it because the play's not there. Bo's doing it, and my thing is he's predetermining some of these times where I'm
Because
going to
he's
throw the
here
check.
too.
I don't have confidence. There's guys open, and he's not letting the ball go. When you watch the film last night, there's too many times when you see that.
But
But I've seen.
I tell you, I said that Thursday. That was probably the worst I've seen, Bo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
But what about the games before? I seen him hit on the deep ball. 2 explosives is like game winning. Like as far as that, if we.
But he also kind of looks like that for 3 quarters a lot of the time.
But there's too many. It's too far and few in between. He's averaging 6.1 yards per attempt. That's 29th in the NFL. He's just.
But I just seen him against Houston throw that bitch downfield about 10 times. I just seen it. I just
Yeah,
seen
and
Sutton drop one.
You won by 3. Lucky.
I'm just talking about, he's saying he throw the ball
Yeah.
1.1 yard downfield.
Yeah.
I just seen him throw the bitch downfield against Houston at least 10 times. Did you not see that?
Yeah, no, he
You can
did.
go back on film and watch that.
Hey.
He just pushed it downfield versus Houston, hit on 2 deep balls, 2 touchdowns right there. Like,
He missed a good amount too.
He did.
because he threw so
And he
many
missed
of
a
them.
good amount of these underneath throws as well.
Yeah, he going.
And look,
he is a second-year guy. He's a sophomore, right?
okay.
He's 8-2. He's not going to be perfect. He got the best fourth quarter numbers of any quarterback right now. Why is they not on TV talking about that shit? Like, why?
I mean, I think it's because of his performance in the first
Yeah.
3 quarters and the totality of work.
It's because it's a stat-driven world. Everybody want to get on Instagram and go to pro football and look at his QBR and his QB rankings and his QB. Well, I like to look at the dubs. I like to look at the wins. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that fucking win column looks extraordinary to me.
It does.
Okay, and I like to look at the Super Bowl odds, and I'm going to read them to you in order. Here we go. This is from Las Vegas, the odds makers in Las Vegas. They say Kansas City is first.
Ooh.
As they
Best odds.
should be.
Bills second, Eagles third, Rams fourth. We're going to talk about
Yeah,
the
wow.
Rams in a few
Rams.
minutes.
4th.
Lions fifth, Colts and Packers are tied for 6th. Then we skip to 9th because they're tied. The Ravens are 9th and the Broncos are 10th.
What?
So the Ravens have
They just don't like them. That's just saying. Just say Vegas don't like them.
What?
Them some
They're
solid
saying
teams.
you have a weak link at quarterback. That's what they're saying. He is your weakest link. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey, say what you want.
Well,
Say what
is
you
that
want.
not
I know.
true?
You can win on defense. You can definitely win on defense. You don't got to have this high-powered, super strong arm, make all the right reads, put the ball where it needs to be to win the Super Bowl.
Let me
You
ask
don't.
you this.
So,
You-
time
go
out,
ahead.
real quick thought. Okay, so he's now up to 8 interceptions for the year because he'll throw some dying quail, desperate,
like that,
the end of half things.
Yeah.
So that's tied for 3rd in interceptions. That's how you can't win a chip,
you're right.
Okay,
That's true.
because in the Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson days, where all-time great defenses carried them to the Super Bowl, they just didn't make any mistakes because
Right.
they're mostly handing it off, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Boom.
The interception is a 40 seconds left in the half. Let me throw this up though.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make something happen. Throw the ball downfield. If y'all pick it, y'all pick it. It's like a punt. Who cares? I got a good
Yeah.
defense. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's trying to make something happen. If you in year 2, I expect you to throw picks. Nobody had nothing to say when Peyton was throwing picks. I actually seen a little thing on Instagram today that showed Peyton first 28 games and Bo Nix first 28 games.
Yeah, well, I mean, Peyton-
and Bo shit really was better than his.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
Peyton was on a bad football team, and he led the league in interceptions.
Well, I know we can't just say the defense make you win games. We done seen plenty defenses, great defenses.
The Browns.
Trash. The Browns, they trash. The Jets, they was trash. Me and Bub been a part of a great defense. We was trash. So the quarterback always has something to do with your wins. We 8-2, man. Hey,
I'll
nitpick
take
all
it.
you want. We'll just see how this thing unfolds.
All right, I'll
All right.
nitpick one last point.
One more.
He's got one more.
Nitpick all you want.
I'm serious. I sat back at the end of the game and I started thinking, I'm starting to like Jackson Dart more than I like Bo Nix.
Just because you don't care about
Really?
wins.
Seriously.
You just care about QBRs and stats.
I don't know
Skip,
about that.
that's your
Dart does have a higher QBR.
does.
rating.
Yeah,
It's
that's what,
a higher
that's what you care about. Skip on stats.
does, he
You
does.
want QB ratings and QBRs. You know what I'm saying? The champions, we don't give a fuck about that, Skip.
Who won the head-to-head?
We don't give a fuck about them stats and all that. We just want to
like,
win the
to
game.
your point, I know you're talking QBR. I know Skip's talking playoff odds. I'm talking film, man. I watched the film last night, and I'm not trying to discredit what Bo Nix does. They're 8-2. I get that. But when I watch the film, as if I'm a scout or I'm a coach or I'm an
Right.
offensive coordinator, those are glaring issues that he has to get fixed regardless of your record right now if they want to be legit contenders, not just win some more games. If they want to go win a chip, if they want to go win a Super Bowl with that defense, 10 has to be better on the offensive side of the ball.
All right.
He
Well,
gotta be a little better. He gotta be a little better.
Who don't got, what quarterback don't got to be no better?
But
when
what,
it, like,
what quarterback gonna have us
Patrick
10-0?
Mahomes got to be better than the last game you watched him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what we talking about? Everybody got to be better, bro. Come on, man. Y'all tripping.
all right, Bo, if you're having a bad day, just put a compilation of Aqib's talking
I'm
about
riding
you.
with Bo,
You know,
man.
he
I fuck
loves
with
you.
I respect
Fuck
him.
with
But
Bo.
the chat has spoken. 65% of the chat says they do not believe in Bo Nix.
They don't
Sorry
got
about
to.
that.
They ain't got no
They
ring.
want to
Chat
nix.
don't got to, man.
They want to nix Bo, right?
They
Nix Bo.
not like Dart.
Yeah.
They do like
They like
that.
They
bottom of
like,
the
they
barrel
like the
NFC.
TikTok. They like TikTok Dart. He got
Yeah.
the 2 spats, different spat
chain
pop
on,
on
mock
it.
neck chain.
That's what they like. It's all about
Come on,
flash,
man.
man. We come to do work. Come
right.
to work to work.
Let's move on to another player, a young player, Ashton Jeanty, okay?
Yeah.
Because I had high hopes for this kid, and he was the highest running back drafted since Saquon in 2018, but he's only rushed for 100 yards once this season. So I've been unimpressed personally. Skip, Ashton
Yeah.
Jeanty, is he living up to the hype?
I'm with you. I
Okay.
had high hopes. So maybe I set the bar too high because I don't care that he played in the Mountain West for Boise State because my history with these running backs, if you're him, you just translate immediately and you just say,
100%.
there he is. I haven't once said, oh, there he is. And again, I go back to Emmitt Smith's rookie year. I was there in Dallas, and just right away, you're like, oh, he's him. He's real deal. He's special. It took Emmitt a little while to get going, but by mid-year, he was just cooking people. Couldn't stop him, couldn't get him on the ground. And so Ashton Jeanty's averaging 61 yards per game. That's 19th among running backs. It's just not good enough. It's not special enough. It's not live up to the hype enough. And yet, nobody fears Geno. I thought they would fear Brock Bowers, and last night they threw him 3 balls and he caught 1 for 31 yards. And I'm saying you got to get him the football because he is the real deal to me. We saw that last year.
Damn good football.
So again, defense can just say, just take Jeanty away and make Geno beat us. And so there's a lot of that going on. I got you. And it's early because we're at mid-year. But the truth is, I just haven't seen wow yet. Not one time did I sit back and say, oh, there he is. He tiptoes. If there's nothing there, he just tiptoes in the hole and goes down. He doesn't hit the hole hard. On the toss sweeps, he doesn't plant and just burst hard where I say, whew, there it is. I just haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to give the kid a break because I want to see the whole year first and see if he finally gets his feet underneath him. But so far, so not good.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to change much because that offensive line is trash.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Wild. They just haven't been in big runs.
Yeah.
It's been 2-yard gains. He's breaking the tackle, throwing the guy off him. He tackled by the third guy.
Yeah.
That offensive line is trash. Like it's not going to change the rest of the year. They need some surgery and get that whole thing flipped. But to your sentiment, I really had high hopes for him too coming out the Mountain West, regardless of the conference.
Yep.
He has the ability. You see it. And if I was a defense, I'm going to make Geno beat us too because he's going to let us beat him the way he's been throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll put 12 guys in the box and make Geno throw the ball. Like you said, we might get lucky and they drop a pass for a touchdown in his case. But I think Jeanty has all the tools. Maybe his lateral vision sometimes is what I'm seeing, his ability to get left and right opposed to just, north and south. He'll work on that, but they got to work on that offensive line, man. That's terrible.
And they lost 2 last night during the game.
Yeah.
Man, I think he is living up to the hype. Because, I mean, you look at what he's dealing with, Bub, just talk about the O-line. His quarterback trash, like he's the focal point. He's the guy you got to stop. And he on pace to rush for 1,000 yards. He on pace to have 300 yards receiving. He on pace to have 12 touchdowns. Now, them not going to get you Saquon or Zeke type numbers, right?
No.
But let's look at more up-to-date, more recent good backs. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had 945 yards his rookie year, right? 10 touchdowns. Then you go Bijan Robinson. He had 976 yards his rookie year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 4 touchdowns. So if you compare him to the new age top backs, right? He on pace to do what they did their rookie year on a far better, worse team, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I give him the benefit of the doubt, man. He showed flashes. He showed flashes sometimes. I see him break a lot of tackles. Same thing that I think what he held his hat on, how he made his money in college. He broke a bunch of tackles.
He did.
And he showed a good burst. I think he still do the same thing. He hit us with one last night. Now, they was holding, but shit, I'm like, shit, we done let him get out. You know what I'm saying? Now, they got called back, but I think he'll be all right, man. They clean up that line.
Are you seeing serious speed, like real speed?
I see solid NFL first-round pick running back type movement and speed. I see it. You know what I'm saying? But he got to do too much before he's crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I agree with Aqib on this. I do. And I like Ashton Jeanty. I think he's going to keep getting better. But through 9 games on a bad offense, he has shown some flashes. He's done some things well. 550 rushing yards, 140 receiving yards, 6 total touchdowns. That's better than a lot of backs would probably do, especially as a rookie in that offense.
With
We're
that
talking about
line,
the offensive line. They're 28th out of 32 right now with their PFF grade. They can't pass block. They can't run block. They can't really do anything right now. It is bad. Ashton Jeanty, if you put the film on, is getting hit behind the line of scrimmage right now, probably more than any running back in the NFL. But you know what he does well? He's third in forced missed tackles. He makes the first or second guy miss, but they're not getting to the second level so that he can make that third guy miss. It's just too tough right now on him. I have seen some good plays, though, to where I like it, to where I say, I believe in that guy. I saw a little bit of that at Boise State. I can see some of that in the NFL.
I saw a whole lot of it.
But I'm saying I can see in the NFL what he did at Boise State.
Right.
I've seen flashes of that. The problem is, though, is when you have a bad offensive line, there's a difference between being patient and and then you start being timid. To where, all right, I'm going to be patient, let the play develop, but then these guys aren't blocking. You're starting to be timid and you're waiting, you're hesitating too much instead of having that explosiveness that we're used to seeing. Yeah. And he's flirting with that line right now. So I think that's kind of what you're talking about, Skip, is you're not confusing, but it looks fine line between is this patience and letting the play develop, or is he timid and hesitant because he doesn't trust that the play is going to develop?
Okay, my point is, of all the positions on the field, that one translates to your level the fastest, where you can be a baby running back and step onto an NFL field and we can all sit back and say, oh, okay, I see that.
Right.
Because you can do it. at a high level immediately. A lot of it is with just God-given instincts and ability. And again, you need a semblance of an offensive line, and they are not that. So I give you that. But I'm just talking about, I haven't seen one play yet where he just took my breath away and I said, that is just different. You know, I haven't seen different yet, but to all your points, he's doing just fine. But I don't love fine given the bar was up here, because I thought maybe he'd be an all-timer, where you just say, oh my God, where by the end of this year, you'd be saying he's a cinch first ballot Hall of Famer. I haven't seen that. And again, high hopes. Kinsey said, high hopes. Like,
I think if you put him in Chicago backfield or something, you might let him get in the open field, and then you might see that. You barely see his ass in the open field with the Raiders. So people are always on him as soon as he get the ball. So
they don't have
it's
enough
the situation
weapons.
he in.
They don't have enough other weapons.
He's
So
the
you got
attention.
Brock and you
Bowers
got
and him.
him. So there's two
you
guys.
had Jacoby, and he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone, and you got 11 dropping balls.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be the next
He
guy?
brought Lockett in, but
other
he's
than
later in his career.
Yeah, but running backs, they usually get better their second year, opposed to quarterbacks. Like quarterbacks, you get learned. Running backs, they learn. They learn the speed. They learn where the holes are. They learn the pace of the game. He's going to be great. You're going to see a breakout year next year if they can fix the line a little bit.
You think great as a big
Great.
word,
He's going to be a great back in this league. Yeah, I do.
I think he finished with 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Okay, but
That's
1,000
just
yards
fine.
for 17 games, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, that's out the window. That's not a milestone.
Everybody just get that, huh, Skip?
Okay. Well, a lot of them will.
I'll say
1,000
this.
yards?
The only way,
damn.
the only way he's great though is if they spy tech and even you can argue Pete Carroll with how much input he has.
How about
they
Tom
address
Brady?
that offensive
Tom
line.
Brady has-
and Tom as well.
Yeah.
And he knows what a good offensive line looks like. That's
Does
a
he?
great guy to pick his brain. And obviously he's in the press box with the headset and everything, so he knows what's going on. But if they don't invest in that offensive line, then investing a 6th overall pick in a running back is pointless.
Yeah, and the offensive coordinator, they need to do offense more tailored to his running style. I think that zone is perfect for him. That zone stretch right now, I don't know what they got him, handing him out of shotgun. And come on, man, he can't get no momentum. He can't read. He can't see the hole and hit it. Like, that's what he does best. That's what he did at Boise.
Yeah.
And it surprises me, too, because they got Chip Kelly as their OC. And you think air raid, pass-heavy offense, go back and watch Ohio State last year when they won a natty. It was a balanced rushing attack with Judkins and Henderson. They were running the football all over everybody. And there was a lot of creativity. They're just not doing it right now.
Because they had the best line in the nation.
And they had weapons. And they had weapons on the outside, too.
That's why.
Yeah.
Straight up, Ford was out there making double. Nobody's in the box when you got Ford outside.
That's a good point.
All right, 60% of the chat is not worried about Ashton Jeanty, so I think you guys kind of agree too. I think he's going to be a star, but he's got to get a better O-line. Let's move on to a little drama because ex-NFL star Antonio Brown is in custody. So the former wide receiver was extradited to the United States to face attempted murder charges related to shooting in May. It was outside a celebrity boxing event in Miami, and he remained overseas and did not return to Florida despite the arraignment. So, this man, after it all happened, continued to be active on social media and even posted a brand deal the day that it all came out. So, Aqib, your view on what happened to Antonio Brown?
Man, it's a wild situation. Evidently, the guy got grazed on the neck. That's where the attempted murder come in, and it's just unfortunate, man. I'm glad the dude okay, cause it could be worse than this, So. I don't know how this gonna end for AB. It's probably not gonna end good, and I just hate to see it, man. I hate to see great players like he a first ballot Hall of Famer in my book. Like during my time of playing, he was the one to me. You know what I'm saying? So
did you cover him a lot?
I didn't. When we played him, we put Chris on him, and I guarded Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant was the deep ball guy. He moss size, so I guarded the deep ball guy, and he gave us 200. Put it like that. Say, hey, he gave us 200 that game, you know what I'm saying? So I hate to see guys' careers just get blemished like that, you know what I'm saying, off the field when they did so much on the field, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in that same boat, you know what I'm saying? So it's a terrible situation, man. And I really don't think it's gonna end good. I don't see how, the shit can get dropped down, but even if attempted murder get dropped down, it's probably felonious assault or something, it's still bad, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see how it can end well for my dog, and I just hate to see him in that situation, man.
Did you get to know him?
Yeah, I knew him pretty good. He came out to Dallas one time. He was on his little tour, came to the gym. We chilled for about, probably all day. So I knew him pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Good dude, hard-working dude. He just loved ball. He loved to work out. We was at the gym for maybe 6 hours. Bro worked out 4.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So he loved ball. He loved working out. You know what I'm saying? He loved giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? But shit happens sometimes, man. You react like this, and then next thing you know, your whole resume is tarnished now. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to end how you want it to end, regardless of what you did on the field. So
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
Man. Anytime they come and get you from Dubai, you in trouble.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Whenever a firearm is involved and it gets discharged, you don't know where them bullets can go. And maybe the aim wasn't directly at the guy, but like Leave say, he got grazed, and that's really now attempted murder because it's in the neck. Just his legacy, what he done as a player, see one of our brothers, we've had a lot of passings in the last few years, and I mean, it's not a passing, but it's almost as bad as it can get other than that. So I'm just praying for him and his family, man, because I don't know him personally, not as much as Lee. I never really spent no time away from the field with AB, but through other friendships, he seems like a really good dude, works hard, and is about football, And sometimes when we don't have football as an outlet, which is seeming to happen for a lot of us post-retirement, it can get bad, So we just got to make sure that we checking on each other's mental health. It's a lot going on, within the game, outside the lines. So we just got to, man, it's a tough situation.
Yeah, well said. It's very unfortunate. Just to reiterate what you said, I mean, I was in college and I got to the league watching him from 2013 to 2018. AB was that dude. I mean, he had his route running, his quickness. He would make these impossible catches look effortless. It was unbelievable. The connection that he and Big Ben had, and then Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, that Steelers offense was fun to watch. It's just unfortunate, and to your point, it was a Hall of Fame career. It really would have been a first ballot Hall of Fame career. It's just unfortunate now that all these off the field things are going to overshadow the type of player that he was on the field.
So maybe I don't know him the way you do, Aqib, but I've had him on shows about 4 different times and spent some time with him off camera. You just can't help but like him because he's got huge charisma, big personality, big smile. And because of all that, it tears you up to watch what's happened to him because he could have had it all, man. I mean, it all.
Yep.
And a lot of people say, well, that Vontaze Burfict hit was the wild card game after the 2015 season, and those 3 seasons, 13, 14, and 15, he was it. He was the best receiver in football.
Agreed.
So he takes a late game headshot from Vontaze, who apologized profusely after it, but he got caught up in the rivalry, and people say, well, AB was never the same after that. It could be. I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate that yet. Is there some CTE thing going on that affected him? Because many of his incidents came after that. And by the way, you say you've had your stuff too, and you have. But if I look at your stuff, it's like a footnote compared to his list of what's going on off the field, because we don't have enough show to go through all the stuff he's been involved in. And yet, I look back with him to his days in Miami, grew up there, went to New Orleans, and then he tried to get in Florida State and didn't have the grades. He was just going to walk on at Florida State. And then he tried to get into Alcorn, and they wouldn't take him because of grades. And then he went to something called North Carolina Tech Prep. I've never even heard of it, and had obviously a great year there. And so Florida International, FIU, gave him a scholarship. And he didn't even make it to the opening of football because he had an incident where he got into a fight with some security on campus, and they just tossed him. They threw him out. So he didn't play for FIU. Then Butch Jones had recruited him to go to West Virginia. Butch Jones got the job at Central Michigan, so he goes all the way up to Central Michigan and just walks on. Didn't even have a scholarship, and starts to pop, man. And you could see it coming, but then he timed 4.5, so he's not a timer. Like he didn't run 4.3, he ran 4.5, which is fine, but he's 5'10", 180 pounds. So he goes in the 6th round. For him, like to your point, the guy I knew was hard worker, hard practicer. So he was the ultimate overachiever, man. I mean, he turned himself into a first ballot Hall of Famer pretty fast.
Right.
Did it help having that O-line and that quarterback and that run? Sure it did. But, man, he just took the sport over where he was, like you said, 200 against you guys. He put up 200 against a lot of guys. And with the personality, I'm like, man, you got the world by the tail. You can do whatever you want. And as social media hit, he tried to go big on social media. Maybe that went to his head. Maybe the fame and the fortune went to his head. The money went to his head. I don't know. But it was just one incident after another. And it wasn't like, oh, he'll learn his lesson. He never learned his lesson. He just kept going, and it kept spinning deeper and deeper out of control. And then, I don't know, maybe you've known people, I don't know, they're just not happy unless they're a little over the edge, you know, like they're dangerous. They want to live that life. They want to be that life. And if you do, and that's what makes you happy, fine. You're not happy unless you're on the edge. Well, he's over the edge, right?
Over the edge, man. Some people skip. It's like you don't even choose it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like you see a old racist man. His daddy was racist. The man who raised him was racist. So he's just a product of that. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So sometimes young black guys like us, you a product of that environment. That's what you grew up around, violence. That's what you is, how you react to stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's an unfortunate situation, man. But you know,
but at some point you had to say no to that life, right?
Of course you do.
You
got
do.
You got to. But when you say no to that life, that same old racist man, sometimes he got to say no to that life.
Okay.
But he still came from it. Yeah. It's still his makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's how he was born. It's what he's seen all his life. It's how he grew up. Everybody in his family like that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to grow up this way and then just boom, switch it and be a whole nother person. That shit is unrealistic sometimes.
Yeah. But remember, even at the end, Tom Brady said, I want you.
Yeah.
I want you in Tampa Bay. Like, I can win a chip with you. And they did. And then the second year, sophomore slump, I don't know, he just flips again. He flips out, and they're at the end of the year, and he takes off everything, and throws everything.
Trolls
walks
his
off
wife
the
and
field
all.
against
So, I
the
mean,
Jets.
hey, it's crazy, man. It's fortunate.
Yeah.
I was watching Point Break before I got here with Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, right?
Wow.
Patrick Swayze character, his high was them waves, right? He had to stay catching them waves. And life wasn't life unless he was riding that wave.
There you go.
So for some of us, sometimes when you got to get off that wave, life not the same.
Yeah.
So you don't even really want to live it.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, some of us get caught up in the adrenaline we've been having for all these years, and when that adrenaline rush is gone, we really don't have nowhere else to turn.
That's true.
So that may have happened with AB, may not, but I sense that in a lot of cases, man, we'll never get that rush again.
That's a fact. No, you won't. So I love it that you were preparing by watching Point Break, and you're watching the Denver film for the third time, right? It's cool.
Well, it's sad, and obviously, like you're saying, when football players retire, I'm sure you guys are under the bright lights constantly, and you have this crazy adrenaline rush, and you're used to this peak high, and then all of a sudden, it's nothing. So we don't know what he's going through or what he's gone through, but it sounds like he was a nice guy, got himself into a little bit of trouble. But let's move on and talk about your Cowboys. Because the Cowboys got Quinnen Williams. And Skip, you know, you love Pro Football Focus. And that man has a PFF run defense grade that is the highest among all defensive tackles.
He is.
So he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. And finally, maybe someone that can stop the run for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I want to show you guys, here's the full list of who the Cowboys brought in and who they let go of. Made a lot of changes. Gave a lot of picks away.
Nice.
Okay, so Skip, does the acquisition of Quinnen Williams mean the Cowboys won the Micah Parsons trade?
No doubt.
Oh.
No doubt. And Jerry Jones is the easiest, biggest target in all of sports. I don't think anybody gets criticized more than Jerry Jones does. So, a lot of times by me.
I was just going to say that.
Thank you.
I was just going to say
in
this.
this
the main.
case, he deserves his flowers because I believe, we're going to get into this, but I think he won the trade deadline because if you told me a year ago, after I had to sit through another year of Micah Parsons disappearing in games, if you told me a year ago I could have Quinnen Williams for Micah Parsons, I would have been tempted to say, okay, I'll close my eyes and do it. Obviously, Quinnen's not an edge rusher. He can't wreck games quite as easily and effectively as an edge rusher can. But in this case, he's got 40 sacks in his career, and if anybody can wreck a game coming up the middle, it's Quinnen Williams. And to your point, there's no better run stuffer in pro football than Quinnen Williams. So now if you tell me I got Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, who has made a Pro Bowl, and you tell me that, wait a second, you still have Green Bay's first-round pick in this next draft. You still have that and your own. I'm saying, thank you, God. There is a God. You know, like way to go, Jerry Jones. Congratulations.
Wow.
You finally did something not just right. You won the day, man. We're back in business because of this trade, because Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams are the opposite intangibly of Micah Parsons. Micah's a solo act. Micah's not a leader. Jerry kept trying to talk him into being a leader. He's just not. He's really good at social media. He's really good at podcasting. And Quinnen and Kenny Clark are really good locker room leaders. They're forces in the locker room and in the defensive huddle, as well as forces on the football field. So I don't know what's not to love about this, because to me, everybody says, oh, Micah's the next Reggie White. No, he's not. But Quinnen Williams is much closer to Reggie White than Micah Parsons is for what Reggie did. Now, Reggie could do it all. You could put him anywhere. But Quinnen has Reggie to him, to me. And I knew Reggie. I know what he could do. Mike is just pure quickness and speed off the edge. But now I've got two anchors in the middle of a defensive front that will serve us well, not just now, but forevermore, for a long time. So I just say, yeah, this is a home run trade now for Jerry Jones.
I like it, Skip. I think the Cowboys, they definitely did work. You know what I'm saying? They got their first piece with Quinnen. You go get Kenny Logan for basically free in the trade deadline. You still got your 2 first-round picks.
We mean Logan Wilson.
I mean
Logan
Logan,
Wilson,
yeah.
and
You know I
Clark.
fuck up
Yeah.
names. I'm gonna fuck a name up.
They're one person now.
I'm gonna fuck a name up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And about Logan Wilson, I don't know if you'd agree with this, but look, it wasn't that long ago he was a key cog for a Super Bowl defense.
Right.
And I don't know what happened
We
with
don't
your
know what
Bengals.
happened either.
I don't know.
He got beat out. Simple as that.
He
They ain't
just
like
fell
it.
out of favor, man. He just and
It clearly wasn't working for them.
it wasn't.
But it's there,
trying
is
to
what
go,
you're saying.
But it's
Look
there.
at their
And he's
defense,
not too
though.
old.
Can they
Yeah, he's
pull it
not
back
too old.
out?
Nothing's working.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right?
he
You look
just
at their
needed
defense since.
New scenery.
maybe he needed a change of scenery
Yeah.
to be
Always.
rejuiced, revitalized.
Always.
Just, you know,
Right. He's
okay,
still in his 20s. How old is he?
29.
Yeah, he's 29. So I mean, he
Okay.
still got a little juice left.
Do you think Matt Eberflus is going to be the guy to get that
But
out?
nah, see, that's
Maybe.
that's the point.
I think Eberflus will like him, though. I think he's
But
kind
I
of
think
that
Eberflus
style.
gonna be gone
Yeah.
next
He
year, so
got
he ain't
it.
got to worry about Eberflus.
All right.
But
Fair
I mean, they got Kenny Logan for free.
Kenny
Still got
Logan.
they still
I
got
like
that's
Kenny
7th round
Logan.
pick. They got
Just combine them both.
Wilson. Well, you know,
Yeah, I know.
5-5.
It's okay.
They got
Logan
5-5.
Wilson.
5-5 for
We're going
free.
to numbers.
He
You
is.
know what I'm saying? We call him 5-5. That's what
Kenny
I'm
Logan,
calling.
Kenny
You better
Wilson.
wear 5-5.
Yeah,
in
that was for a
Dallas, too.
7th round pick.
That's for free.
Yeah, it is.
You still got your first 2 first rounders for 2026.
Yeah.
And you still got a bunch of cash to make some plays. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, but we still don't know what they're going to do with them draft picks. We still don't know what kind of plays
Yeah.
they're going to make. And then you look at the Packers end of it, right? Shit, they're a top 5 defense. They got 22 sacks. You take the Broncos out, the lead would be 28.
Okay.
They'd be right there. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
22 sacks. You up there in the league in sacks. They're a top team in the NFC. So I feel like time will tell with them too. Now, if they come out and go to the NFC chip or better,
Yeah.
I might say they won the trade. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if they come out and get popped first round like they did before in the past, then they lost the trade. So I feel like they brought Parsons in to get them big games, close out big games, get to big games, and we'll see why we
Okay.
brought you in. They haven't been in those big games
All
yet.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So time will
Okay.
tell.
And final quick point before you guys go. if you take Kenny Clark's salary and Quinnen Williams' salary, even combined, they don't equal Micah's salary. So you want to talk about bang for your buck?
Right.
I'll take it, man.
I mean, we ain't even seen Quinnen Williams do nothing for the Cowboys yet. So you talking about bang for your buck?
Yeah.
We ain't even seen this yet.
But you know what he is.
I know what he is, of course, but we just ain't seen the product is not finished from the Cowboys side of the trade. The product is not finished from the Packers side of the trade. We got it. The Cowboys shit is going to show in March, April, and the Packers shit is going to show in January, February. So it's a little early to answer that question, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's my whole point. It's way too early to say who won the trade. I think it might be a year, even 2 years, Skip, until we know who really won that trade. Because you look at Micah Parsons right now, he has 6.5 sacks for 8 games. He has 20 pressures. I know you give him a hard time, but he's still causing some problems in these games. He's been a big part of that defense. But the other part of that, too, is he got there 10 days before the season started. He didn't go to OTAs. He didn't get the summer to learn the playbook. He didn't get fall camp. He got there, got thrown into their scheme with Jeff Hafley within 10 days, and he's still producing. You got to give him time to develop in that scheme. We're watching him learn in real
edge rusher,
time.
though.
Man,
Edge rushers don't need
I
time.
like
But they're
Micah
not
Parsons.
using him on the edge, though. They're using him on the inside. They're moving him around.
They tell him, all right, if I say spooky, you go to the middle and rush the guard. Like, whoop-de-doo. That shit is not that
So you don't think that takes time for a D-lineman to
edge
develop?
rushers, they don't even watch tape and shit. They watch themselves. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this move next time.
They play
don't
offense.
They play offense, bro. It's
Right.
Edge rushers
Yeah.
play
So
offense.
So I guess my point is you don't think he's going to get better the more he's in that scheme or
Man,
learn
hell
more.
nah.
It's just what he is what he is.
What he is what he is. He can
Okay.
go play any scheme right now, bro. It's an edge.
Okay, then let me ask you this then. That my next point was on the other side of that is how long is it going to take for Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams to develop in that scheme? You think it's more important for a 3-tech or a nose
Nah, them some
guard?
big hogs up front.
I feel like they
You
the same, bro.
You just clog that up.
So D-line's plug and play. If you go
D-line
in,
is like big receivers, bro. Hey, get your ass past.
hey,
Bam, hit him.
give me a fade.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, give me
they
a
big
now.
receivers.
Okay.
O-linemen is the DBs of the situation. They ones who got to react and stop you. Defensive linemen are on the attack. They got the easy job. man.
Okay, so then I guess the biggest thing that's going to tell if they won is who becomes that first-round pick next year. That's my biggest point then.
Yeah.
Who do they use in that first-round pick next year? Because they've been drafting well. They haven't always hit on some of these trades, but they've been drafting really well. And if they can go get a surefire guy, do you think they use defense next year, Skip, with that pick, or do you think they go elsewhere?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But
It matter what the
probably
Packers do too, right? If the Packers go out and win a chip, and Parsons have a Von Miller-like chip, they ain't win the trade.
No, yeah, 100%.
All right, well.
So you're
Packers
saying more
win the
team
chip,
success
though?
than it is
Are you
individual.
predicting that?
I ain't predicting that because I don't like.
Yeah, the Packers
I don't
lost
like
the
Tucker
Panthers
getting
and the
hurt.
Browns.
Tucker
I don't like
And they
Tucker
lost
Kraft
the
getting
Browns.
hurt.
Jordan
That-
Love.
That really messed. I like the Packers, but without Tucker Kraft, I really I can't ride with him like that.
TJ, you love Nike.
Man, well, no, I don't love Micah. I think the Cowboys won the trade just
Yeah.
because they got rid of a distraction. Now, Micah, as talented as he is, he a distraction. He got too much going off the
does.
field.
Thank
You bring two quiet, big hogs in that
Yeah, they
front,
are.
you stop the run.
Yep.
Most importantly, make teams one-dimensional. When you have somebody up front stopping the run as DBs, we know we could just worry about the pass. We ain't got to worry about filling the run gaps, making tackles downfield. They going to handle it up front. We just handle it back on this end.
All right, so was I a distraction for our team?
By how so?
Shit, I was on the news every offseason.
Nah, you didn't have a podcast running. You didn't have something to say about every game
Some guys
afterwards.
in the locker room.
That's
before.
cool. That's part of the game. We're going to turn up off of that.
All right.
But you ain't going into the studio talking about what need to be done, how we doing this. What's
That's the
good
new
doing
age
that.
of it, though. Maybe
and that's not what you need to win.
If we played
You know
in
what I'm saying?
2025 opposed to 2015, maybe I would have been doing that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
maybe.
Distraction is a distraction. So I feel like, man, sometimes that talent, that
But you
shit
bringing in
trump-
Quinnen Williams. He talented as hell.
Yeah.
He talented as hell. And plus, we was 31 in defense. We was 31. We can't get no worse. We can only get better.
They wasn't 31 every year Parsons was there, though.
No.
His rookie year, they was
Yeah.
nice. His year 2, year 3, his first 3 years, the Cowboys led in sacks, led in turnover, takeaways.
But they had more
was
around
always
them,
What
up
was
too,
the
there.
last 2 years? What were they?
And I know you
They
guys
was hurt, though.
Yeah.
I know you
They
hate
was
points
beat
and
the fuck up.
stats and all the QBR, but the EPA, the expected points for an opposing offense, they were first on defense when Micah Parsons was on the field last year. When he was off the field, they were dead last, Skip.
telling you.
So his presence, whether he was getting home or
You
it was
could
the
see it with
pressure
the
or whatever it
Packers.
was, you can't. It's tough to replace a guy like Micah
It's the
Parsons.
same with the Packers, though.
Until the
Wait,
next
wait
draft.
a second.
And you get a
You're
edge
talking
rusher.
about last year?
Yeah.
I sat and watched New Orleans. The New Orleans
What they
Saints
did, Skip?
came in and were ahead 35-16 at
Okay.
halftime.
What
New
about the
Orleans
Packers, Skip?
with
What they
Micah
did?
playing every snap.
Yeah.
What the
I'm like,
Packers do to him, Skip?
Yeah. Well, that was 2 years ago, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Well, look.
now we're 3.
If you can run the
27-0.
ball,
Hey, I don't make the stat skip. I'm just
you
keeping
make your
it.
edge rusher obsolete.
Yeah.
If you can run the ball, you make
Yeah.
your edge rusher obsolete.
Okay,
Period.
and
That's
Jerry
what the
said it
Carolina Panthers
publicly.
did to
When
Green
they
Bay,
traded
right?
Micah, he said,
Yeah.
Jerry said he just is a liability against the run, okay?
Now, we were fortunate. We had Von Miller, and he could play the run like no other end. And that was just our fortune, and his skill set. But, Micah, you need a bully, man. You need a bully.
Micah don't bully out there, though?
I don't
No.
think he a
Like,
bully,
I watched the
man.
tape, bro.
He ain't moving. He getting around. He athletic. He can do. He
Yeah.
look good. He
It
look
looked-
He had
good.
two guys on him. He like, I like
Man,
it, bro.
See, I
do
love-
too.
I
I
like
do
it,
too.
bro. It's
Keith.
very
I love what you're
disruptive.
saying.
I'm
You
like,
got
I want
it.
It's
Quinn in
very,
there
very
getting two
disruptive.
guys. All get out the way, man. I
You
got
should
tackle
listen to
make.
your partner.
So you're saying you take Quinnen over Micah if you're starting a defense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's nuts.
All right.
Yes, sir.
No, it's not.
Because what if Quinn is so nice, right? Why the Jets was
The
damn
Jets,
right?
the Jets is the Jets.
They was writing from him saying he's so nice as shit. But it's the Cowboys and it's the Jets. They right there, bro.
But for
They
the
right
if
there,
for the
but
cost, if you
trash.
could get 2 players for one,
And
you're
it's-
getting Quinn and another player.
Oh my God. Well,
Straight up.
they gave
and
away
we get
Sauce,
more money in our pocket
right?
Yeah.
to spend.
But
And
the
we
Cow-
need to go spend on that secondary. I know Diggs is out. Blanche they paid, and he ain't. Since he came back from that injury, he's looking poo-poo.
I mean, you got to let him get some time to get his
Yeah,
feet
he
up
do
on
gotta
it,
get
bro.
some time to get his feet
up on it.
under. But what I'm saying, you start in the middle, man. Build that wall. Next, we set an edge. Mm-hmm. Right?
I'm the opposite. I'm starting with an edge rusher, man. I'm starting with the doggest
Same.
edge rusher I can get. Let me start my team with that. You know what I'm saying? Von Miller. Let me start with that.
Will he tackle a running back? Yes. Right?
Hey,
Okay.
man,
Micah backpedals.
That's
against
like
the run.
I feel like Parsons
I want
get
a
the
big
Deion-
baby.
I feel
I
like
want
the-
an Albert Haynes.
I feel like the Parsons get the Deion
one of
Sanders
them.
treatment, bro. He get the Deion treatment. He won't tackle, but I'm saying you turn the tape on, he tackling.
Yeah.
Parsons don't play the run. When we turn the tape on, it's just not that bad against the run. Like I watch it, it's not that bad. They run. Why everybody running away from him this year?
I saw Carolina running at him.
yeah.
I think
seen
they
Carolina
ran
running
all
away
over
from him.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, I think Rico Dowdle said, just give me the rock and let me run at number 1 over
Yeah.
there.
You know why? Because he's athletic end. He don't want you coming right at
He
him.
does not.
He want to chase shit down.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna run shit down from the backside, but hit him right in the nose. He can't
So
take that.
Micah Parsons against
He gets the Deion
Carolina.
Sanders treatment,
They,
bro.
they got upset at home by Carolina as a 2-touchdown favorite, and he had no sacks,
At home.
no quarterback hits, no pressure. Oh, okay.
They threw the ball
Yeah.
13 times
yeah.
for 72 yards. He had 13 opportunities to get it
They
right.
did,
Like,
they
come on,
did.
bro. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
Micah
But if
wrecked
they
that
stopped the
game,
run,
didn't
they would have more opportunities to
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
He can't do it by himself.
All
Damn
right.
sure can't do it by himself.
The arena's divided 50-50, and the chat is agreeing with Lieb and Cody on this one. 65% of them are saying that the Packers won the trade, so we'll see how that pans out. The Packers, if they win a chip, who knows? But
Packers ain't
let's talk about the trade deadline a little bit, because Sauce, he went to the Colts. We have Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys, Jacoby Myers to the Jags, Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. Aqib, who won the trade deadline?
I'm gonna say the Cowboys.
Are you really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Cowboys won it. Because you got a guy like Quinnen. You get rid of Parsons. You bring in a guy like Quinnen. You know what I'm saying? You keep your first round picks.
Yeah.
You
Setting
get
up for
you
next
get
year.
5 for free, and you got a ton of money still left over. So for the same reasons, man, I think the Cowboys, they in a great spot. They in a great spot to be a damn good defense. Their offense is already set. You know what I'm saying? Get Pickens signed, franchise tag him or whatever. Make sure you keep Pickens. And I feel like from the trade deadline, the Cowboys are set to be a damn good defense next year
Yep.
and really compete for a Super Bowl. But they got to get rid of that DC. DC got to go.
Correct.
But through what they did in the trade, through what they did before the trade deadline, I feel like they set. They primed and ready to go. It went exactly how Jerry wanted it to go. So only other person I could say is maybe the Colts. You know what I'm saying? They was up there. Maybe Seattle. They add a piece to the puzzle that's super necessary. But the future is bright for Dallas, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Okay.
I like what the Colts did, bringing Sauce in. You know, Sauce, his energy has been a little low because of the way they've been losing, but he get to Indy, it's going to revitalize him, back in playoff form, back in that two-time All-Pro form, and they need a shutdown over there. They got the rush, you know, with Buckner or DeForest.
Yeah.
And, you know, the offense is playing well. They could keep running the ball with Taylor and keep it easy for Danny Dimes. And they'll be all right. They primed to be late in the playoffs. I like them up in the playoffs with the Broncos for that AFC championship going to the Super Bowl.
And people keep talking about Sauce play. Like, he's not strapping this year. Like, he fucking strapping this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gave up 2 touchdowns this year, 8 games. It's not bad. He gave up about 100 and some yards this year with 2 touchdowns.
But you know how that shit, when you on a bad team, bro, you just, your shit is just
But that's
like,
just like the media just, one person said and it just start going like, bro, that shit not facts. You know what I'm saying? You turn the tape on, Sauce is still playing at a high-ass level this year, better than a lot of these corners. You know what I'm saying? So
he gonna play even better in Indy.
he's gonna turn up even more in Indy, but it's not even close to bad this year. He gave
No,
up one.
I'm not
you
saying
got
bad
one
at all.
highlight, you could see him getting roasted on one play this year,
same post.
and that shit was about 60 of his yards out of the 130 yards he gave up and one of the touchdowns. That's one play.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm glad they're here, man. Because you hear that stuff. Sauce is playing bad. I
Man,
watched the
come
tape
on,
a little bit. I'm
man.
like,
Yeah,
but then hearing from
It's bullshit.
both you guys, like, no, that's
Look at
good
his
input.
PFF.
Nah, he definitely playing
Very
well.
green, Skip.
Yeah, it is green. I think
Very
it's because
green.
of how good he was early on, though. It's not the same in the PFF as it is. I think he's 22nd right now out of corners, but we saw how dominant he was early on, and then he gets a 4-year, $120 million deal. You expect him to be number one in every category. It's not going to happen every time. You're going to get a lot of throws on you. Guys are going to target you sometimes. But I have 2 teams that win, or that won the trade, and neither of them are the Cowboys. The first one for me is someone in their division. I think the Eagles. I don't know how Howie Roseman keeps doing it, but he just keeps adding talent to an already talented roster. And I'll take you back even before the deadline. They went and got Tate Bigsby, a guy they needed help with. He's already made an impact against the Giants. Then they go and get Michael Carter to help out at that nickel position. Then they go and get Jair Alexander. I know he didn't have a lot of production in Baltimore, but that's still there.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was, you'd say bench, but he said he was rotating.
Yep.
They were mixing stuff up. But I think that he can start to have some more production in Philly. I think he'll be a good depth guy at the corner position. I know they've got some good players there, but the guy that really made them win the trade deadline is Jalen Phillips. That was a great pickup by Howie Roseman.
Great.
And they've struggled this year getting after the quarterback. Only 16 sacks on the year. That's 26 in the NFL. They get Nolan Smith back. Now you add Phillips, another layer to that too. And what tells me Howie Roseman is a genius is that Phillips was with Vic Fangio in Miami in 2023 when he was the DC. And that year, he had 6.5 sacks in the first 8 games before he tore his Achilles against the Jets. So Howie Roseman wanted us to thinking, and you guys said you can plug and play with an edge rusher, but he went into it thinking next level, okay, I know he's going to be comfortable in the scheme. He can hit the ground running from day one. He's comfortable with Vic Fangio, and Fangio knows how to use him as well. So that was a multiple layers for me when it came to that trade. And then the other team, I think, is the Seahawks. They've been the talk of the NFL. Sam Darnold's playing great. Jackson Smith and Jigba right now is probably the best receiver in the NFL based off of this season.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's been dealing with the heel injury, so they needed to add some depth. Those 2 tight ends, Barner and Arroyo, have been playing some good football. Got a rookie receiver too, Torrey Horton, I think, is playing some good football. And now you add Rashid Shaheed to that, who's a deep threat. Sam Darnold, I promise you right now, is sitting back just rubbing his hands together saying, I can win with this. We can go make a run with this offense.
You think the Seattle deal is better than the Dallas deal?
I do. For right
Rashid Shaheed is better than Quinn
right now, we're talking about right now because Seattle is a contender this year. Dallas, we still have to wait and see what happens. I don't think Dallas is a contender. We're talking about this trade deadline. Now, if we talk in the offseason saying who won the trade or next year, sure, maybe you can have more of a point. But this year, in my opinion, I don't think Dallas makes the playoffs. I think Quinnen Williams will be a piece in the future. But Seattle's trying to make a run for the Super Bowl right now. And they've got some teams in the NFC they got to go beat. And they add a star receiver like that on the offensive side of the ball. It's just going to help them get better.
No, I like him, and they needed him desperately because Cooper Kupp is injured, and I think he's about to be shot completely.
Yeah.
Because they're not even throwing him the football anymore. So they were kind of JSN or bust. So I give you that. But help me out here. Who was the most impactful, valuable player acquired at the trade deadline? Who was
Quinnen.
It's not even close.
True, but the whole point is who won the trade deadline. We don't know what he's going to do in Dallas. That defense is already struggling. You've already got 2 other guys up there with Osa Odigizua and Kenny Clark.
But to me, to your point, I would take Quinnen Williams slightly over Sauce, and I love Sauce. And I don't disagree with your point because they desperately needed that. And when they get Charvarius Ward back, that's huge because now you could argue you got the best tandem in football, right?
Lockdowns.
Yeah, 2 lockdowns, and they might just lock down all the way to the championship game, like you talked about, against your Broncos. Probably be in Indy, though. No? Okay.
I mean,
You
that's
got
the tiebreaker.
You got
They
2
got it.
games. You got 2 games left against Kansas City, right?
That motherfucker be 6-3.
Okay, it might be. It might be. And by the way, I love it how you're always ridiculing me about using Pro Football Focus. Now you're just throwing that at me every question.
Yeah,
like you're just looking at
I'm looking at Sauce Pro
crazy.
Football Focus right now.
Hey, QBR. too.
QBR,
looking at it right
PFF.
We gotta keep
I
using
like you the best.
QBR.
Skip. I try to learn something from you.
Okay,
Shit.
all right.
You know what I'm
Well, now
saying?
you're trying to fight fire with fire.
Yeah,
right?
that's,
second.
that's what I got to do.
Hold on, Skip. I got to go back to that real
Yeah.
quick. So you're telling me you would take Quinnen Williams over Sauce
I
Gardner in a
would.
trade?
I just
But
would.
every time we talk Travis Hunter, all you talk about is how it's very rare to find a lockdown corner. They don't
know.
grow on
I
trees. You can't
understand.
find them everywhere.
I understand.
But you're telling me you'd take a 3-tech who's
Okay.
not as disruptive as Micah Parsons over Sauce Gardner right now, who's
but
a lockdown corner?
I think he is as disruptive as Micah because he does have 40 sacks in his career. So I don't know an interior defensive tackle who can rush the passer any better than Quinnen Williams can.
He's
I don't-
disruptive for sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
he can blow it up, man.
I didn't say he wasn't. I'm
Yeah.
saying as disruptive as Micah Parsons.
I think it just matters what you need, man. If you got DeForest Buckner down there already,
Yeah, no,
then you don't
you
need a Quinnen Williams. You need a corner, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just matters what you need. But to my point, Sauce Gardner, 170 yards given up, 43 yards and a touchdown on 1 pass, giving up 45%
Okay, all
of the
right.
passes.
I don't disagree.
You know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying?
You're
Dominant.
right.
He's
If-
not having a bad season at all.
Okay, but if I look at the haul of the Dallas Cowboys, not the circumstance, although did we need all? Yeah, we needed all of it.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams, what'd you call him, like Kenny Wilson or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenny
Logan.
Logan,
Yeah.
Willie
Logan.
It's when Kenny Clark and Logan
Yeah,
Wilson
well,
come
I
together.
combined. But
he been on that
combined.
damn bench. Hey man, you gotta earn the right for Lieb to know your name. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
you do.
On that pie, my
and I
boy.
hope he does because I think he will.
Right.
But if you do get Logan Wilson and you do still have those picks, then I'm saying you won the trade deadline. I mean, and I love what Howie Roseman did, and I think you were on the other day. I just went off about it because he just running Super Bowl rings around Jerry Jones until now. And Jerry redeemed himself because Quinnen Williams is better than Jalen Phillips. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And yet Jair, I don't know what to make of him. Like Aqib, we were talking the other day. I think at one point, Jair in Green Bay, I'm saying he might be the best.
Right.
You know, like number one.
He was.
And I don't know what happened. Will he be revitalized? Will he suddenly just snap back and be? He might be. And Michael Carter II, there are times when I thought he was the best slot corner, nickel corner in football. So I give you all that, but they don't add up to Quinnen Williams' impact.
And I'm talking trade deadline, immediate impact. I don't doubt. I'm not saying Quinnen Williams is not a damn good football player. I think he's going to help them in the future. But this year, what's he going to help them do? Go 6-10-1 or 7-9-1? While Rashid Shaheed can help the Seahawks make a Super Bowl run, and you have the defending Super Bowl champs with the Philadelphia Eagles adding players and depth players that can help them go make a run for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So when it comes to who won the trade deadline this year specifically, those are the teams that I think made an impact on their roster that's going to help them get to where they want to be at the end of the year. I think Quinnen Williams can help them get there eventually, but it's just not this year. So to me, the trade deadline this year,
What if
those are those two
what if
teams.
my Cowboys make miracles and make the playoffs?
Oh, they
And I will come back on this show with a Cowboys jersey on, and I'll buy you
will?
dinner.
I don't worry
I
about
will.
that.
There we go.
What's your guys' bet already, Aqib? You guys got a bet already,
I'm
right?
not even
I
talking
think
about
they've
that
got
shit, man.
10 sushi dinners on. I got to
gonna
keep
talk
track.
about
I got to go to
that.
my
Yeah.
notes
It ain't gonna
already
happen.
at this point.
But it's not impossible because if you look at our schedule, we do get to play that team that you guys bullied last night 10-7, right? We do get to go to the Raiders and play on Monday night, a week from next Monday night. And then we get Philly at home. We get Kansas City at home. Well, all of our Murderers Row games are all at home.
Yeah.
We get the Chargers at home. We get the Vikings at home, right? And we end the year going to Washington, which looks like they're waiting until next year. And then we end at the Giants, and they're waiting until next year, right?
Hey.
Okay, so we're set up with all of our tough games are at home, right? Okay, so it's
We
not
done
over.
did this 17
Yeah.
shows.
Maybe
We
a
know the
miracle will
schedule.
happen.
We know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when
Okay.
you come out and lose to Arizona, hey, just make your chances go even deeper.
And where'd they get them at? They got them at home. And
At
they lost
home.
there.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Got them at home, Skip.
it's okay, Skip.
But we didn't
Remember
have
what we
Quinn,
talked about,
right?
Skip,
We
next
didn't
year.
have Quinn.
Yeah, hey.
And Kenny, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Right.
Kenny Logan.
Kenny Logan.
Kenny Logan, man.
All right. Well, I'm just shocked that you complimented Jerry Jones.
Well,
So
I have-
that was insane.
How can you
ahead.
not? Thank
But
you.
the chat has voted, and they've sided with our newcomer over here, TJ Ward, because
Yeah.
they voted for the Colts. That the Colts have won the trade deadline. So let's look at the little
Wow.
matchup.
The Colts?
The Colts.
Well, then TJ was right. Why did
Yeah, so they're liking the new kid on the block, TJ.
Yeah.
So let's look at a little matchup this weekend because we have the 7-2 Patriots are facing the 6-2 Bucs. So they're going to be in Tampa Bay. Both of these teams' quarterbacks in talks for potential MVP candidates. Cody, if you had to choose franchise quarterback, would you rather have Drake May or Baker Mayfield?
Can't wait to hear your answer for this.
I would be happy with either one. But
That's
I'm
not
gonna
a good
pick. No,
answer.
I'm gonna
That
pick
is
one.
not a good answer.
I'm gonna pick one.
Can't do
Skip.
that,
I'm gonna
right?
pick one, but I gotta give both of them their flowers. I'm gonna pick one though. I really like what Drake May's doing this year. He is playing at an MVP level, and everyone argues, oh, well, they're not playing the toughest competition. He's played 3 of the top 5 passing defenses in the NFL. Even if their team's bad, he's been playing some good secondaries, and he's been delivering week in and week out. I love that they have him paired up with Mike Vrabel. I think that was a great hire. But what I think was even a better hire was Vrabel going out and getting Josh McDaniels as an offensive
I agree.
coordinator. That
Yep.
might have been the best acquisition this offseason when it comes to any coaches in the NFL.
Okay.
What you want to see when you go get a new offensive coordinator in a new system like that is your quarterback take that jump from year 1 to year 2, and he has
Yep.
absolutely done that. So I love it. I think he has a very high ceiling. I think he's going to be a good player for years to come. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm very excited. But I am still taking Baker Mayfield every single day of the week. Give me Baker. He has just continued to get better and better. I know he's dealt with injuries. He's had stuff going on, but he keeps delivering regardless on what team that he's on. And I know the biggest argument is going to be, well, why not take a year 2 guy who has a lot more football ahead of him instead of a guy that's in year 8, he's 30 years old, and he could be towards the end of his career. Who knows how much longer he's going to have? Well, the first thing I'll say is I think that works against May a little bit because when it comes to Drake May, he had 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions last year. Wasn't great. Got a new offensive coordinator, a new system. It's been better this year, but I need to see it be more consistent. I need to see him do it consistently to where I say, all right, I'm all in on that guy. And then the second part of that is you could argue that Baker Mayfield right now is entering the prime of his career in year 8. He has had the best years of his NFL the last 2.5 seasons with the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Maybe besides the 2020 year when he took them to the playoffs
He did.
in Cleveland, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, won their first playoff game in 26 years, Skip.
did.
And the next year, what'd they do? They traded him after going 8-9
Yep.
and went right back to nothing. But with that being said, I still think Baker is that guy. I love the way that he throws the football. I love his arm strength. I love the way that he can use his legs, get outside of the pocket. He's accurate enough as a passer, 67%. But the thing I love most about Baker is the mentality that he plays a game with. It's hard to find guys like that. I'm not saying Drake can't get there, but I've seen it multiple times with Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Since he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 10,500 passing yards. He has 86 total touchdowns. He's won 2 division titles. He's taken them to the playoffs twice. And he beat Philly in 2023 in the
did.
playoffs. People forget that.
did.
And if you want to talk about playoffs, Aqib, you like how guys play in the playoffs. He has 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and he has the best playoff quarterback rating of
Ever.
all time,
Ever.
of anybody. I know he's 2-3, but it's not because of him. He's been playing some good football. So again, when it comes to mentality, if I'm on a roster and I know shit's going to hit the
think
fan
you're
and things are
killing
going to
me
go
with
bad, I'm riding with Baker.
I would think if somebody had the best playoff rating of all time, like their playoff record would be a little bit better. That's what I would think. You don't think that's good? It's like
Crap-
don't add up.
Crappy defense.
Y'all, it's crappy.
Tom Brady
something.
took them.
Hey, something crappy about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take Baker too. You know,
You will.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take my choice is Baker is Drake May and Baker. You know what I'm saying? So Drake May, I just ain't seen enough. You played 2 legitimate opponents this year. You know what I'm saying? I guess he got the best QBR in the league.
No,
What
it's
he
not
do?
the best, but it's high.
It's
What
high.
is it?
Well, it's real high QBR.
Top 5.
But I just haven't seen. I want to see you in big games. I want to see you. I want to see the clutch gene show up.
Yeah.
With Baker, we seen that clutch gene all
he
year.
does.
We like you said, he don't got many, but he got 2 playoff wins. I'm looking at that. I'll take the 2 playoff wins.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think the prime of your career comes at year 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like them your prime years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially at quarterback.
Yeah.
Shit, for me as a DB, my prime years was 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So I think he's smack in the middle of his prime right now, and I'm always going to take a veteran over a baby. You know what I'm
Plus,
saying?
I think you like what he's made of. I
I
think
do.
you like to play with him.
I like
Yeah.
the attitude that he brings to the
Yeah.
table too. I don't really know. I don't know too much. I don't know enough about Drake, man. He might have that same type of attitude, but it's so fresh to us. We don't really know
fresh.
yet. So
Yep.
I like how the type of guy who will be leading my team.
Yeah.
I like that Baker. You know what I'm saying? I like the leader part of Baker. That's why I take Baker.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Baker as well. Baker, you know, he got that dog, man. I love playing with dogs. I really don't care about the numbers, and you know, you gonna spit them out. I don't know
He
none
spit
of
'em
them.
out. He
I
spit
don't
'em
know
out.
none of them.
I got you
know
covered
what
on
I
the stats.
see.
These are our
Yeah.
stat boys
And in
over
the
here.
clutch, Baker gonna make the play with his legs or with his arm. He throw for 3,000 yards in his sleep. Drake May had a 300-yard passing game all season. He's second or third in rushing along with his running backs. It's too comfortable. We got to see him in some get rattled, right? He hasn't had played the best opponents, so he's just been real comfortable. Vrabel's over there keeping it real nice and neat for him, nice and simple. But we've seen Baker in the fire, right? We've seen him with the worst team almost in sports history go to the playoff, win their first playoff game, and then they get rid of him. He go to when this limited time he had with the Rams, played great, right? Gets to Tampa, playing excellent, like excellent. Like Lee said, we just don't know enough about Drake. We don't know enough. We don't know if he has that in him. He might fold in the eyes of adversity. We don't know that because we haven't seen that adversity.
He might be Tom Brady. Shit, we never know.
He may be. Maybe. But their defense is playing well. They're stopping the run. That's why they're winning games. Teams can't run the ball on them. And you can't run the ball, you can't win. Point blank, period. So I'm going to go with Baker all day, for sure.
So I want to congratulate all three of you for having the right answer on this. There's only one answer to this question.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
really is.
Baker
It is.
freaking Mayfield. And back to all your points about Drake May. So I'm looking at this pretty small body of work here, and I know he's playing against good pass defenses, but he's not playing against good teams,
No.
right?
No.
So at Miami, Carolina at home, I'm going to skip over the one good game that he had and go to at Saints, at Tennessee, Cleveland, and then Atlanta at home. And I'm like, really? So one Sunday night when I least expected it, and there was no pressure whatever on Drake May because I just thought Buffalo will win this game, right? Sunday night at Buffalo, no expectation. Drake May rose and shone, man. And we're like, whoa, oh, okay. I saw that. But I didn't expect that because nobody expected that. Probably Drake May didn't expect that of himself. And it just happened because the coach is really good. And that's a pretty talented overall football team that can stop the run and shorten the game and give you the ball more and win the clock. And, you know, they're really good because they're so well coached with Josh McDaniels at the helm on offense. So this game, even though it's an early game, it's a 1 o'clock Eastern game, it's the first time to me where I'm going to sit back and watch Drake May with expectation. Like, okay, now show me at Tampa against this dog.
Right.
And he is a dog. Let's see what you got, kid. Let's see, because I think people will tune in to say, okay, I've been hearing about it. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
Come on, show me. And then we'll start to find out because people have been saying to Baker since he was the first pick in the draft, show me.
Yeah.
And I thought he did. That first year, all I know, he took it. You know how it was, man, at Cleveland. He took.
TJ does too.
Yeah, TJ. I forgot about TJ.
Man, look,
background.
check this out. I done
Yeah.
played with every quarterback.
But Cleveland was 0-16 the year before, and Baker gets thrown into the fire on it was a Monday night game when Tyrod got hurt, and he gets thrown into the fire late in the second quarter, and boom, they just take off. They win 7 games with Baker Mayfield. That's when you should know, oh, he's him. He's real. He's legit. And then the Cleveland syndrome gets him because Stefanski got him. I don't know who Stefanski likes except Dylan Gabriel. I think that's the only player that quarterback he's ever loved. But to all your points about Baker, you want to talk about clutch gene. What did we see in the first 4 games this year?
Yeah.
Very clutch.
Oh my God, at Atlanta and then at Houston and then the Jets at home and then at Seattle against Sam Darnold. I don't know. Case closed.
Yeah.
And the other playoff stat was he's got the highest touchdown percentage in the playoffs per attempt of any quarterback ever. And you say, well, you're 2-3. I got it, but I don't know that he can play any better than he played at his position. I can't speak to the other, 21 guys on the field, but I don't know how you could ask for much better than that, because think about what he had to do in Tampa. He had to replace Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you forget that because he made it look so easy, but he had to go in and win a competition at quarterback, right? With, who was it, Kyle Trask?
Kyle Trask.
God, Kyle Trask?
That was a real competition.
That's a real competition. And then what's he do? He goes back-to-back division titles, and they're on the way to a third straight division title. No Tampa quarterback in their history has ever won 3 straight division titles. Case closed. Yeah. And to your point, if Drake May turns out to be Tom Brady, then we're all wrong.
Right.
But I'm not sure that's going to happen. I would bet against that happening.
Me
I'm
too.
with you, Skip. I'm betting against that. I think he's gonna freeze up like a possum in the headlights. As soon as he gets some adversity, I see it coming. I see the
do
look
too.
in his face just during the games. It's like
I'm
he don't
with
got
you
it.
on that.
He don't got it. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but I don't trust North Carolina quarterbacks.
I watched him a lot at North Carolina. I don't know if you did,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I never saw this.
his last year?
It's like right place, perfect time.
Yeah.
And pretty weak
To that
schedule.
passing defense, like, that can be deceiving sometimes when you're playing against a trash team.
Yeah.
If you always getting your ass beat, come middle of the third, middle of the fourth, teams just start running the ball on you. So your pass defense, it could be deceiving sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Trash
That's
teams,
fair.
you know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
we
But he
study
played the
pass
Falcons.
defense.
Jeff Ulbrich in that Falcons defense last week. He struggled a little bit in that game.
He
That
did.
secondary got after him. He made some bad decisions.
Undisputed Baker. So what do you have as a score this weekend?
Final score?
Yeah,
I'll say
Bucs,
this.
Patriots.
The reason that I'm going with Baker is because he's got to be Superman this week. That Patriots defense, they're 5th in scoring defense, only giving up 18 points per game, but they're 1st in rushing defense. They do a great job with Milton Williams, Christian Barmore. They make teams one-dimensional. They make you have to beat them throwing the football, but we've seen Baker do that before. We've seen him throw the cape on against Seattle in Week 5. They went down there and he went toe-to-toe with Sam Darnold. The Seahawks have the number 2 run defense that game. They only ran the ball for 53 yards that game.
Yeah.
He comes out and throws for 2 touchdowns, 380, and he wins at the end. Now, obviously, Sam Darnold made a bad decision that led to that field goal, but overall, we know that Baker can go out there and win the game with his arm. So I think it's going to go back and forth. I still don't fully trust this Tampa Bay defense. Talking about longevity in the playoffs, they're 15th in both total and scoring defense. They're getting better, so I think Drake May puts up some points, but I think Baker wins at home 28-24.
Wait, Sam
What do you
Darnold,
think?
28-24, huh?
I'm sorry.
Sam Darnold made a mistake?
No.
Who knew?
Oh,
Hey, hey,
God.
I wasn't on when you were the same Darnold stuff, man. You got to give
Same
him his
Darnold.
flowers.
It's
No,
same Darnold.
Skip, no, that's
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Man, he
That's
just got
Sam
a bad
Darnold, man.
look.
Put some-
Look of the draw being with the Jets. Like, he's been
Wait,
talented.
clutch gene, no clutch gene.
No, Sam is that guy. He's going to be that guy.
I like Sam, man.
I know he didn't play well in the playoffs last year for Minnesota, but
You've always
I got
really
full faith in
played
my guy
trash.
right
Like
now.
Sam.
He did play trash.
He played trash.
He did.
Well,
Sometimes
he
you
did
get
the work.
shell
I'll break that film down too if you want me to.
Yeah, that's-
Your
yeah,
first
yeah.
playoff, you catch that shell shot.
Yeah, that
Oh.
was trash.
Hey,
Very trash.
new
I like the
scenario,
Bucs
buddy.
though. I think the Bucs going to win pretty convincingly.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't know. Just something about the Patriots team. I'm just not really bought in myself
Okay.
yet. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
Okay.
So I think they travel down to Florida, 27-14.
Okay.
Ooh, not even that close.
Boy, this
They'll
this
they'll
my
lead.
dog.
They'll lead the whole game.
TJ, what do you have?
I got the Bucs too. My score was 28-13. I just think that the Tampa Bay defense is going to stop that run with Vita Vea, Vontae David. Their front seven is pretty good. So, and we got to see May play well on the road. Tampa's not an easy place to play. Even though it's not loud, you got to go down into that swamp.
Yeah.
It's hot, muggy. It's far from that northeast. You know, that breeze you get from that water is nice, cool, and collective. You got to go down in that heat. I got the Bucs.
Do you know which way you're going
You
on
love
that?
to do this because
No,
you're
'cause
gonna
I'm
Always try to
Skip,
go
do it.
last.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're-
scared because I got Baker in this game.
For sure.
I do too, but that we both can't
Okay,
do that.
well, let's just do it because he's that guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
this
both
will be
going
one of them
Bucs.
games.
Okay.
It will be all right.
Okay, I hope you're right, but I do think it's going to be closer because I'm with you. This defense is shaky, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Hit or miss.
I just
Yeah.
just do this while I'm watching them because they're going to give up some big plays. But look what Baker's been doing. He hadn't had Mike Evans for much of the year, and now he doesn't have him at all. And
Yep.
Chris Godwin, there's something. I think he broke his fibula again because they won't say, but he doesn't practice. He's not playing. And Bucky Irving is still out. So, man, it's Sterling Shepard and Cade Otton and
But he's got a
that
Buka.
He's gonna have Abuka feeling good
Yeah.
though.
but
Yeah, man.
he's got a
Look.
Buka and it's
Ted
Big
Johnson
neck.
too.
but
And
Abuka's
Ted
got to be
McFarland.
JSN for him. You know, like he's got to do JSN
Yeah,
stuff,
he does.
right? Where you just got to keep getting open and you got to keep feeding that little beast, right? And yet, I'll take Todd Bowles. I'm going to take Baker and Todd Bowles because Todd will cook something up for this young quarterback, and I think he'll confuse him. But I think it'll be close because they just don't have enough weapons or enough defensive firepower. So I'm saying 28-25 Baker, and that he'll make a late play to win it.
And as of right now, it looks
Yeah.
like they're going to be without Bucky Irving for
That's what I
another week
said.
too.
Yeah, another.
But
It
the
is tough.
Patriots on the other side of the ball, they could be without Keyshawn Booty and Ramondre Stevenson. Both have not practiced
They
this
have
week,
not.
so
Okay.
Yeah.
Ramondre
keep
is
an eye
down.
on that. Yeah, he's out.
Wow,
Well,
undisputed for the Bucs.
Patriots also got Christian Gonzalez out, which is their best corner.
He's
So,
good.
he's
I thought he was clear. I thought he cleared
cleared?
concussion protocol. He got a concussion
I
against
said
the
he
Falcons.
ruled
I
out.
saw that, but I thought he was a
maybe
full
not.
participant yesterday.
We'll see.
though. That's
Yeah,
a,
we'll
that's a
see.
great point. That's a big factor in this game.
Oh, the last time we went undisputed and all picked somebody was the Cowboys Monday night.
Yikes.
And that did not look good for any of
it
us.
did.
So
Oh, it's
let's
never
hope this
those
turns out a little
Cowboys.
different, right?
I was just riding with Skip.
Yeah, right.
Hey, your
my
defense
fault.
that bad.
It's
I
always
always
my
pick you.
fault.
I can't
Right.
pick you.
Let's look at the Steelers because the Steelers forced 6 turnovers last week to beat the 7-2 Colts, but we hadn't seen that defense all season long. So, TJ, are you finally buying into the Steelers? Are you sold on them?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Thank
not.
you.
Absolutely not. They played the best game a defense could play last week and barely escaped. And they have to do that every week.
Yeah.
I don't
you
think
get
it's
6
possible.
turnovers every week.
Yeah, that's not possible. Like Skip said on the show last week, Daniel Dime still threw for 3+.
342.
Almost 400 yards. So, I don't trust him. DK as a number 1 receiver, it's not gonna get it done. It's not gonna get it done. He always out there trying to bully and fight. Need to move him to safety so he could be Cam Chancellor. Because he always want to fight and
point.
bully and just catch
That's
the ball. Just catch the ball. I just don't believe him, man. And at any moment, they best players could go down because they all 30+. And I'm all an advocate for players 30+ playing, but we all know how hard it is to stay healthy 17 games.
Yep.
You got Cam Hayward, he 36. You got Ramsey, he 31. You got Slay, he 34. TJ, 31.
Yep.
Any one of them guys go down, it's gonna bust that whole defense up. I just don't believe it. A-Rod, he get landed wrong on a sack. He may be out. His own lineman tackled him and he threw a fit because he almost got injured on the sideline.
Yep.
He was
So
pissed.
I don't see the Steelers going deep into anywhere. Like they may make the playoffs, but they're only 2 games up on the rest of the division. You know how fast 2 games can get lost?
Yep.
You got Baltimore and Lamar coming back. Joe Flacco over there throwing that thing. And Cincy, if they could do anything with their defense, and then, Cleveland, they're going to be the bottom unless they push Shador in. But I just don't believe the Steelers. I don't believe them.
You like the Steelers.
I love the
know
Steelers,
you do.
man. I love the Steelers, and I know, Pat Surtain just got hurt. He damn 25, so I don't really know about the age and the injuries. It's football. It don't matter how old you is, motherfuckers get hurt. That's just part of the game. So you can say that about any team. If one of your top guys get hurt, it's gonna look totally different. So I just like them, man. They're opportunistic.
They are.
Defense, man. They get that ball. They +9 in takeaways.
That's what they do.
got 16 takeaways. You know what I'm saying? They take that ball away. I'm in love with defenses who play like that. You know what I'm saying? They might give up yards. If you up 27-7, usually that quarterback come out with a lot of passing yards. You know what I'm saying? Because we play softer defenses. We make it take long to score. You say they won by 7, but they made them take 4 minutes to score. Then you kick an onside. That's a blowout, bro. Y'all really lost by 2 touchdowns. We make y'all take long. We get the onside. We kneel the clock out. One first down.
They
We
had
kneel
to
the
have
clock out.
everything go right that game. Everything
They really
had to
did.
go
They
right.
really controlled the entire game. They made a push at the end and took very long to score touchdown drives. And then y'all tried
A
to
tip up from catch interception twice. Like, man, that ain't gonna happen every week.
that's cause pressure.
6?
That's because pressure is coming off that edge in your face.
6
You know what I'm saying?
turnovers. They not gonna get 6 turnovers every game.
Well, they got 4
At
another
home?
game. Then they got 3
So
another
if they gotta
game.
go
They
on the
got
road,
4 this
if
game.
they gotta go on the road,
And what
they
about
gonna
the
do that
other
same
5?
thing. If they gotta go to Indy, they gonna win the same way? Hell nah.
Hey,
If they gotta go to Denver,
It's called an opportunistic defense.
nah,
man.
they ain't doing all that.
When you take a bunch of real pros, real pros, and put them together, that shit look like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It look like
But
us,
I
bro.
said- but look,
they took real pros. They take
you know-
TJ.
you know
Let's
on
get
that
a
back
D
end of
Ware.
them playoffs,
Let's get
when we-
Aqib, Talib, Von Miller, Chris Harris. Let's throw all these fucking pros in the pot and mix them around. If these boys catch fire, the whole AFC gonna be in trouble. I'm telling you that, man. It's they know how to get that ball, and then not only that, man. It's Arthur Smith. It's how he play on offense, man. He going 13 personnel, right? He make you come with your 13 personnel stopping defense, right? Then they come out in the 11 formation. They in empty with Big Dog at the X and Firemuth in the slot, and they make you match up with them like that. With 3 tight ends and 1 receiver who DK on the field, you got to match up with that shit. That's fucking excellent choice of offense to me, because it's hard. What you gonna probably play? You gonna have a D tackle. You probably gonna go zone, and then Aaron Rodgers gonna tear that zone up. And if you want to go man, you gonna have a corner guarding or 7-foot tight end out there. You know what I'm saying? So you let Aaron Rodgers find a mismatch when he play like that. You look at what they did against the Colts. They tore their ass up with 13 personnel.
You gonna go empty and leave Cooper and Benito butt naked to get to Aaron Rodgers?
It don't matter. He gonna throw the ball like this.
But we know it got to come out. So
We know
sitting
he
on
know the
everything.
Broncos gonna be in zone. He gonna throw the ball like this.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, it's a problem. It's a real problem. You stay small, they're gonna tote the bitch on you. You go big, they're gonna come out in these 11 formations, the 11 personnel formations, and they're gonna tear you up, just like they did the Colts. So I love how they play on offense. I love how they play on defense. The NFC North only sending one team to the playoffs, and it'll be Pittsburgh.
How old was Von Miller in
There you go.
2015?
Shit.
27.
I don't think he was that old yet.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Look at him.
2011, it was his rookie
26.
year.
I think
'cause
he was on-
Tebow's rookie year, right?
They got some young dogs on there
I think
too.
it was
now,
on year
young
5.
Maybe 26.
'Cause
But,
he was
but the
young.
point is,
Yeah, he was 20.
Look at their young dogs. They got
26.
Porter.
Thank you.
Peyton.
Porter nice.
Okay, but
Sawyer.
you guys,
Herbig.
Herbig. Like they got young goons
when
out there too.
When you won the chip, Von Miller was unblockable. He
was.
You want to talk about wrecking a Super Bowl? Did he not wreck Cam Newton in
did.
the Super Bowl?
He did.
Did he
Throw him
not
up.
make your jobs a lot easier?
He was the MVP.
He was the
him up.
MVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know that Pittsburgh has Von Miller cranking right now at age 26. I don't see that guy.
don't nobody
across their
got
front.
Von Miller
Well, that's
cranking
what
right
I'm
now.
saying.
That was different.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
you guys
for
have.
sure.
Once you go ahead, and then I'll.
I don't think he's Von Miller, but TJ Watt is like
Man,
that.
come on, man.
I know,
We
but
talking
don't-
DMVP.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
on the
but
game.
that
We're
was
talking
the
the
first.
game-changing DMVP.
I know, but
Multiple.
this last Sunday was the first game where I said, "Oh, there he is," because I haven't been seeing him all year. I haven't.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll say this. I went back and forth with this last night. I'm torn because I started the year saying, all right, I'm believing in Pittsburgh because I know what they're going to do.
I had to.
They're going to have a top 5 or a top 3 defense. They're going to stop everybody. They spend all that damn money on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to run the football. They're going to play Mike Tomlin type of football. And Aaron Rodgers is going to come in, run some play action off of that, and just be serviceable as a 41-year-old quarterback.
Yep.
That has not been the case. They're 30th in total defense. They're 22nd in scoring defense. That they haven't been able to stop anybody. This was a game they did have some takeaways. They did a really good job of taking the ball away. And you called it. I got to give you credit going into that game.
I did.
You said this is the game that they're going to go out there and start getting some takeaways. They did, but offensively, they still haven't been able to run the football. They're 30th in the NFL in rushing offense, only averaging 87 yards per game. In this game, they had 1.7 yards per carry. It is tough to continuously win football games like that. Arthur Smith, as well as he does with all the different personnel groupings and the formations, they've got to get Warren going. They got to get Gainwell going. They got to get Johnson, the rookie. They got to get some of this run game going because you can't rely on 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers' arm every single game. He's done some things well. He's thrown 17 touchdowns, which is 3rd in the NFL. He's done enough to where we thought, okay, this is what he needed to do to win games.
Yeah.
But the defense and the run game has to step up. I just don't know if it will. But I'm going to stay with what I said early in the season. I think this was a game that they get it figured out defensively. You went up against the number 1 offense in the NFL. The Colts were scoring at a high level. They were doing it against everybody, regardless of who the opponent was. And you come out there and you make them look like one of the worst offenses in the NFL. Did a great job there. I think that's that fire they needed, kind of lit under their ass to get things going. And then offensively, Aaron Rodgers still shows you that he can make all those throws down the field. Now, he's relied heavily on the quick game and those tight ends and getting the ball out of his hands, taking some of those hits off of him, but he still has that in the tank to where if you need him to go up and put a deep ball down to DK or you need to go find a deep shot down the field to Austin or some of these guys, he can still do it. So I'm riding with him. I think Pittsburgh's going to be okay. I don't know how deep they go into the playoffs, but I do think they get to the playoffs. I think it's a toss-up right now, too, between the Ravens and the Steelers, who wins the AFC North.
And they got an extension of that run game, man. run
little-
plays, and come on, bro.
Those little no step.
He throw
giving up-
he throw the now routes better than anybody. He throw more swing passes to Gainwell and Warner. That's an extension of the run game. That's 5 yards here, 4 yards here. That's just an extension of the run game. So if we could take all of those and add them to the run game, they'd probably be top 10 in rushing. You know what I'm saying? So man, they play a frustrating style of football. Bub wouldn't be playing dime that game. You would be playing strong safety that game. We would have 4 DBs on the field, and then they'll break to empty. I'll be out there guarding Darnell. Chris will be on fire move in the slot. That's just
They ain't got Bub and Chris.
I'm just saying that's just bad. I'm just talking about what we would be doing. That's just not good matchups. You know what I'm saying? It's them just
I
not
think
good
they're giving
matchups.
up too many points, man. They done got 30 put up
Yeah,
on
that's
3
before.
times.
That's before. On Sunday, they just simplified the defense. They put guys in spots and said we're gonna keep them here. They turned it down a notch so the guys could play fast instead of having all that shit to worry about. So the defense gonna get better. I promise you.
Outside
This
the
underdogs,
defense.
we can make a bet.
Yeah.
With their defensive rank right now, I guarantee you they finished the season far better than they are right now. You know what I'm saying?
Outside the defense, all right, do you think that they could keep up scoring blow for blow with, other teams? Because at this rate, they're going to have to. Giving up 30 points, you have Flacco 56. Go in there and put 33 points up on him. He coming in, he ain't been no camp, no offseason, no nothing. Just start airing him out. Then you got Lamar coming up. Coming up, he finna get busy.
Hey, man.
They're going to lose them 2 games so quick, it's going to make your head spin. You're going to be like, damn, they're at the bottom. They might be up the Browns.
I'm going to pull up on you. I'm going to watch it with you. You know what I'm saying? Every pick.
So
I'm going to turn up.
Aqib is feeling himself today because he finally got one right this
Finally.
year. That game. Finally got one right.
I was damn near right the whole weekend.
give
I
it to you.
finally got one wrong this past weekend.
Oh, yeah. We honor you for what you called one right, and you called the why right, which was you said they're going to take the ball away.
Broncos? I ain't call that Broncos Houston too?
Well, C.J. Stroud got hurt after
part
one
of it.
quarter. I told you should
I told you we was
rescind the
gonna
bet.
beat the shit out that offense.
You should
That's part of
refund
it.
the bet. I won, quote unquote, because
Man,
my quarter.
So you think they're going to handle the
Dad
Chargers?
said you did not win.
Hell yeah.
You think Pittsburgh going to handle the Chargers?
I
That
speak
probably
for
was
the
Kinsey's
people.
next
That's
question.
my
Oh, my
dog.
bad.
That's probably was Kinsey's next question. Hell yeah, I think they're going to handle the Chargers again. They're going to put 2.
Okay.
That's how them turnovers come, man.
All right, so here's
they come
the
in
question.
bunches.
I got a question for you. Okay, think about this. The Steelers are 2.5-point underdogs at the Chargers. Think about this. The Ravens, that they have to play twice, the Ravens are going to Minnesota, and they are 4.5-point favorites at Minnesota against a Vikings team that just went to Detroit and knocked off Detroit.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
The odds makers are saying the Ravens are way better than the Steelers.
They back.
That's what they're okay.
They back. The Ravens better not lose one game
Okay,
or
all
it's
right.
over.
So right now in Super Bowl odds, I'm going to say it again. 9th in Super Bowl odds are the Baltimore Ravens. So Vegas is saying, all you people, you're missing the boat. They are still easily the best team in that division over the Steelers. The Steelers are all the way down at 16th in Super Bowl odds. So the odds makers are saying they're not back. We don't respect them. We don't believe. We're not buying into the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. They're not, or this would be very different. They would be favored over the Chargers, who have lost both their tackles now, obviously.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that game in just a second.
Get on their ass.
But to me, Aaron Rodgers, he threw for 203 yards against the Colts. It was a turnover fluke game. It was an aberration game, but they do that. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and bless the Steelers because they need to be blessed.
Bless them Chargers tackles because they're going to need it.
No, I got it. But you're right about one thing. They are contagiously opportunistic because once it's contagious. Once you start taking the ball away, as you guys know, you just start thinking, we're all going to do it. We got this going.
That's how it goes.
Let's just slap at the ball, punch at the ball. It's just going to come loose. We're going to get it. So they got that going for them because that's all they got going for them because Aaron Rodgers QBR, you love QBR. You've been spitting it at me all day long.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers is 20th in QBR. I mean, he's way below average because he just dinks and dunks. And he's actually, I give you this, I think he's been better than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
A lot better, right?
Okay. Not a lot better.
17
a little
touchdowns.
Better. Except
They average 25 points a game, Skip.
but he's washed. He's not even remotely who he used to be.
But they can't run the ball, but they average 25 points a game. So what
Okay.
are we talking about?
Take the ball away, right? The defense is effectively setting up the scoring.
That's
whatever
crazy.
point
That's
you do.
crazy.
Well, it's true.
Nuts, man.
Well, look
when
at
when we talk about the Patriots, if we don't even mention the defense, we just mention Drake May.
Okay.
When we talk about
Well, no, you talked about the defense.
That's damn good.
we talk about the Broncos, it's just the
I talked about
defense.
the Patriots.
Both dudes.
TJ talked about how you
When we
can't
talk
run
about
on
when we
it.
talk about
Okay.
Pittsburgh, they can't score points, but they score 25 a game, more than Cincinnati. Shit.
Okay, but they
Same amount as Baltimore.
Okay, but the Steelers.
what we
still-
talking about?
Okay, here's what I'm talking about. The Steelers still give up the 30th worst yards in pro football. 30th. That's horrible. That's Mike Tomlin's defense. I can't reconcile it. I can't justify it and say, oh, well, going forward, they just figured it out because they took the ball away 6 times from the Colts, who were probably ripe to get exposed somewhere, and they got exposed. And Danny Dimes came all apart.
Man.
And once he comes apart, he just unravels, man. And it's hard to watch because he just loses it. But he also, if you watched him with the Giants, he has good bounce back to him where he'll come back and have a big game. And he was throwing the hell out of it. Man, the throw for 342 is not that easy. But the yards keep piling up against the Steelers defense.
So you got the Chargers, right?
Yep, I got the Chargers.
Great.
Yeah.
You
love
let the
it.
Jets put 32 up on you.
Yeah,
You
what's
let
the
the
score,
Jets put
TJ?
32 up. It was 32 to 34.
Yeah, thank you.
32, 34.
And they was winning.
Playoffs,
They
you're not
was tearing
scoring
their
30
ass
points.
up. They was tearing their ass up like 32 to damn 12. and then Justin Fields caught fire. So I mean, come on.
Yep. Okay.
That's pre week 10 or whatever defense.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this defense gonna be different, bro.
So what do you got to score?
They gonna go on the road. They gonna hit their average 25 points, and it's gonna
Gotta
be
get that
25 to
defense.
21.
25-21.
25,
By the way,
21,
they're
Pittsburgh.
really not going to be on the road because Steelers fans will take over.
Crowd.
Yeah, you know how they do.
Nah,
will
yeah,
take
You know how
because
they
if it
do
was
on
the
Texas
Rams,
Fire.
I'd say no, but it's the Chargers.
Yeah,
They gonna tear so far. It's gonna be 50-50 in there.
It will.
Yeah, they will.
Agreed.
I'm going to give them their average, their defensive average. They're going to give up 30 to the Chargers.
That ain't their defensive average.
Well, it's almost their
Their
average.
defensive average is 24.
24?
Don't give them their average. They give up
okay, well,
24,
they
they
gave
score
up
25,
They gave
that's a
up 30 in 3 games, right? 30 plus in 3 games. They're going to get that 30 up to San Diego, to L.A.
Yep.
And then they're going to score about 17 because they're not scoring 30 on the Chargers defense.
But they average 25 though.
But they're going to
Cody,
be below
what do
average.
you have?
I'm riding with Aqib on this one. I got the Steelers winning 27-24.
Why did I already write that down for you?
27,
I saw
Write
your
that
face.
down for them.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
27-24, Skip.
I don't like Justin Herbert, so this is a hard one.
I
for
like
me.
that's the thing. I hate going against Herbert because I like Herbert.
You like
but
him?
I think this is the game Pittsburgh needed to get going. And Aqib was right last time, so I'm not betting against him.
I'm betting on Jim Harbaugh, 20 to
I'm
17.
going
I think
Harbaugh.
low scoring. in
Okay.
this
20
game.
to 17.
Low scoring.
Yeah.
All right, there we have it. Let's
Time out. Will you give me?
Nah, Skip, I always gotta give you some. I'm on the road. Skip,
Wait.
give me some.
Okay,
Give me
yeah.
3.5.
I know, but Pittsburgh's arrived, man. They took off. We just saw it.
Can
right?
I get 3.5?
Okay, but
Give me one extra point.
Pittsburgh will have what? 5 turnovers in this game. They'll
They
force
probably
5
had. They
No,
probably had
5
two.
successive.
They probably had two late ones though.
Too late turnovers.
let me rub
Well,
my
then I
crystal
need.
ball.
Just 6
Aqib,
turnovers,
okay,
man.
I'm
Like,
right.
that's
Let me rub that
Two
what's the
late
average turnover?
turnovers.
3?
What Lee
What's
thinking?
Aqib's score?
Let me see what Lee thinking.
25-21.
Okay, I'll take 4. I'll take Justin Herbert plus 4.
Let me see what Lee thinking. Two late turnovers too.
Oh my gosh.
Is
You
that
thinking
like he's your crystal ball?
Yeah, he's my crystal ball. Skip. Hey,
Just rub his bald head.
two late turnovers.
Okay, I'll take 4 for a dinner.
Nah, come on, Skip.
You guys
come on,
have a
man.
lot of dinners coming up. Okay, let's move on. So finally, we saw a little life in the Cardinals offense
Yeah.
because of their new named quarterback. We got Jacoby Brissett, but they have placed Kyler Murray on IR for foot injuries. So did he earn that job? We don't know. But Cody, will Kyler Murray ever play for the Cardinals again?
Good question.
I think if he does, it'll be this year. I don't think it'll be after this year.
Okay.
And when he comes back from IR, it all is going to depend on how well Jacoby Brissett's playing because
Yeah.
you could argue in those 3 starts he's playing better than Kyler Murray's 5. The offense is averaging 360
There's
yards
little
per
life.
game. under
Marvin
Brissett.
Harrison, love it.
Yeah.
And they're only averaging 280 under Kyler right now. And you could just tell Jacoby has 6 passing touchdowns, Kyler has 6. They played 2 less games. Jacoby has a better QBR, he's protecting the football better. That offense has found new life. So if he can continue to keep that up, he has to start winning some games though. He won against the Cowboys, but he's 1-2 as a starter. Kyler Murray's 2-3. Either way, someone's got to win games. If Jacoby comes in, because you're a vet, it's not like you're a young player that's replacing Kyler. Like, all right, you won a game. We saw some promise. Let's let him build off of that. If you're a veteran, you're coming in as a backup, you got to start winning some of those games regardless of how you're playing. So if he can win a couple, I think Kyler stays on the bench. But if he doesn't, I think they'll give Kyler one more shot. I think, though, at the end of the year, it's time for them to divorce. I think it's time for the Cardinals and Kyler Murray to go their separate ways. Since Kyler Murray's been the starter for the Cardinals, he is 38, 48, and 1. He hasn't had a winning record.
Right.
They've struggled to really get anything going. He has one playoff appearance in 2021, but they lost in the wild card. After that, we had a lot of drama with the contract and the clauses in it and the gaming and the film watch and all these other things that, in my opinion, really tarnished that relationship. I know they got some new coaches and new staff and all of that, but that really, for me, I think was disruptive for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals going forward. And since then, he's been 16 and 25 as a starter. They're just not seeing that production. One other thing that I thought was interesting, and I'm curious your guys' opinion on this, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I don't know if you saw this. A couple weeks ago, Kyler Murray was being interviewed about their new facility. They're building a new Cardinals facility. And they asked him, what are your thoughts on it? And his first response was, it's beautiful. Then he followed it up with, I don't know when it's going to be ready, but I hope I'm here to see it. I thought that was very interesting for a quarterback that's under contract until at least 2028. Now, they announced it's coming out in 2028. He admittedly said, I don't know when it's coming out. But for him to say, I hope I'm here when I see it, would you hear Joe Burrow say that? Would you hear Mahomes say that? Would you hear another franchise guy say, I hope I'm here when it is finally finished? No, you would say, I can't wait for it to be here. It's going to be a great resource for us. I'm excited to get in the new facility, all of that. But the fact that his quote was, well, I hope I'm here to see it. I thought that was interesting. So I think at the end of the year, I think it's going to be best for the Cardinals to go their separate way, maybe trade him in the offseason, or even Kyler Murray requests a trade and something happens after the season.
Well, you did a great job reading in between the lines right there, Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear as day. He know what time it is.
Yeah.
So I feel like they put him on IR, right? He going to miss the next 4 games. If they winning games, he damn sure ain't getting back on the field for the last 4 games, right? If they losing games, they want to keep him healthy. They don't want him hurt again. They want him very tradable. You know what I'm saying? So they still don't put him back in, and they just, if you're losing games, the season is over already anyway, right? What we putting him in for, to save the season? It's over. You know what I'm saying? So they keep him on the bench, tank out the rest of the season, just ride with Brissett. He known for just getting thrown in the tank. You know what I'm saying? Just let him finish it out with some losses. Move him in offseason. So I think we for sure have seen our Kyler Murray play his last game for the Cardinals. It's a marriage that's over with. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think if Jonathan Gannon's getting desperate, though, to keep his job because he's on the hot seat and Brissett's losing, he goes, Kyler, try to get me a couple, regardless, and maybe get some more trade value?
Sometimes I think it's out of the head coach's hands.
You think it's
you know
up
what I'm saying? I think
could be.
At the end of the day, the guys who run the team, they upstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we losing that many games, you coming in and going 7 and 10, that ain't gonna save your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna save you. So it's a lose-lose situation for him. I think once they put him on that IR and say, are you down for the next 4 games? It's over with right there. That mean they not trying to do nothing. They trying to see what we got with Brissett. We trying to see if we gonna go to the playoffs or if we gonna do something with this season, it's gonna be with Jacoby Brissett. You know what I'm saying? So you winning games, he gonna stay in. You losing games, we want you healthy so we can trade you, man. So I think it's time for him, though. It's time for him to get a change of scenery. He'll be going into year 8, maybe year 9. That's right around the time where you mature a little bit, and I think he's a good player. So a change of scenery might not be a bad thing for Kyler Murray. So I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a lose-lose for him either way. When I was in Arizona for a short stint, when I was on my way out the door, and Kyler was young, but he has a good sense of what's going on around him. Cliff Kingsbury was the coach at the time, and I'm an old vet, savvy, had my chip. He came to TJ. Hey, man, is this what y'all did in Denver? Is this? No, this is not what we're doing, and you're not going to win doing this, just to let you know. But he definitely has a good radar for what's going on. And that being said, Brissett's ability to get the ball to his young receiver, their first-round draft pick, is very telling, right? That's who they want to highlight. They want to highlight Marvin Harrison Jr. You got McBride also. They need a quarterback that can stand tall and just throw him the ball. Like Brissett said, man, the first play, I just got dropped back and threw it over there, and I just kept throwing it over there. Like, that's what they want. They want somebody to feed that young bull. And he on IR. I just don't see him coming back this year either way at the end of the year. And next year, not at all either. So it's time to separate for sure.
So I still believe in Kyler Murray, and I did from the start. And all he did was win Rookie of the Year, and he made back-to-back Pro Bowls in year 2 and 3. And remember the Hail Murray at the end of the game as they came back against Buffalo, and he threw to D-Hop.
Hopkins.
Yep. It was it was the talk of the NFL world for that next week. And then I started hearing stories about how Kyler was just addicted to video games, just obsessed, where it got so bad that when they gave him his next contract, they put the homework clause in, where he supposedly had to watch X amount on the iPad each week, and they're going to monitor and clock it in, and, come on, man. And that became public, and that was like the kiss of death for him in Arizona, because I heard a lot of stories where he was pretty addicted and obsessed. And it's interesting what you said, that he came to you, but I've heard from a lot of other people involved in the organization that they find Kyler aloof and a little arrogant and kind of above it all. And I love it that he came to you, but that was his rookie year?
Oh, this was 19. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what
It was, that would have been
Yeah, that would have been
his
rookie
first
year.
Yeah, he was a rookie. And that you were just there for that
Yeah, I was just there for like brief period after camp.
Okay. So the point is, I know he's small, but he is explosive, man. When he was operating in those first 3 years, I just don't want people to forget what he was doing.
Right.
Because this is way before your time, but the Houston Astros used to have a little slugger named Jimmy Wynn, and they called him the toy cannon. And Kyler is a toy cannon because he got a cannon arm. And when he gets in the open field, he's more electric than Lamar or any, and we've forgotten that because he fell out of favor. They don't like him. He doesn't like them, and whatever is going on, he sees the handwriting on the locker room wall. But I want to see him get a fresh start somewhere because this regime, he wasn't their guy, and they didn't sign this contract that has 2 years left.
Yeah.
It was the previous regime, and they're all gone. So he didn't have any supporters left. I just think he's a little stud, that he can play and he can clutch play. I do think he has the clutch gene because I've seen him make a lot of big plays in this league. I mean, he's killed Dallas twice in games, one on a Monday night at Dallas where he just owned us, where you're just like.
I ain't saying I don't believe in Kyler.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, nah.
I'm just saying I think it's time for a change.
Yeah.
I think
Like it's not
once they put him on IR, the writing's on the wall. You showing us how this shit gonna go. So I for sure believe in Kyler. I think a fresh start right at this age is perfect for him.
That's sometimes exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on board with that too. That wasn't me saying I don't believe in Kyler.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying I don't believe in Kyler in Arizona anymore.
Right.
I think he needs to
That's
go
over
somewhere
with.
else.
Yeah, 60% of the chat says that he'll never play for the Cardinals again. So we'll find it. I do think he's going to be fine because the new Call of Duty comes out next week. So he's going to be.
Damn.
Hey,
You're right.
Damn.
You're gonna have something to do.
So he's gonna be really busy.
Yeah.
But okay, let's look at a little drama before we close
gonna
the
be
show.
really busy,
So
crazy.
after the Bears win over the Bengals, Rome Odunze didn't have a single catch for the first time in his entire career. So his dad had a few things to say about that. Let's look what his dad said on social media. Can the Bears trade Rome Odunze to a team that will actually throw to him? This is what he retweeted, his dad. And he had another one on there too. Let's see. Rome Odunze should be seeing at least 10 targets per game.
Yeah, no, I don't make a big deal out of it. Obviously he has his opinion.
And this was his response to his dad. Let's check out his response to what his dad had to
Yeah,
say.
no, I don't make a big deal out of it. Obviously he has his opinions. I have mine, and he feel like he needs to voice those things on social media. But that's his prerogative. But he speaks for himself. I speak for myself.
Have you talked to him this week?
Have I talked to him? Yes.
Have you guys discussed those exchanges?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Yeah.
What do you say?
I'll keep that private. Okay.
All in
that
all,
private.
yeah, all in all.
I
Pops.
keep that private, man.
So, Aqib, should a player be blamed for what a family member says on social media?
Shit, of course not. Like, we can't control.
Have you had that with family?
I never had it. My family ain't really on social media like that. The younger crowd is. The old ones, they came in fucking tight. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even.
They don't know what to do on social media. You know what I'm saying? But hey, your parents watch games the way they watch games. They drink and they do all kind of stuff. So you can't hold me for what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's his dad. He probably had to check his daddy. Chill the hell out. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a nice little season here. I'm the number one receiver on his team. That's one game. So he probably talked to him. They probably got it understood. But man, it ain't his fault for how his daddy feel. I think he did a good job addressing it.
He did a great job. I know my pops is one of those pops. If he was if social media was more prevalent when I was playing, I probably would have had a couple of them tweets. Like, Pops, what you talking about? But nah, he handled it great, man. That was a great professional answer. But as far as Chicago goes, and the receiver pedigree in Chicago just is not there. Like, it has never been there. I think Brandon Marshall, maybe, and Cutler was a glass, tandem, and, Caleb, he's starting to play well. He's starting to play better. But, as you're playing better, you get your man no targets. And that's your number one.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Yeah, but he does. He leads the team in targets, and receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, and he's tied for reception. So he's getting the ball.
That was definitely probably a drunk tweet.
That was just loaded a little bit.
Yeah. And I love the way that Rome Odunze handled it. He handled it perfectly. He said, look, I love and respect my pops, but he's a Rome Odunze fan also, right? He's watching the game. He wants me to get the ball. He wants me to get my touches. I'll talk to him. When I talk to him, we'll handle that outside of the media, and then we'll go on about our business. So I think he handled that a great way, especially for a young player, because that could be a distraction, especially in the locker room with your quarterback, all these other things. I don't think Rome Odunze, I don't know him personally, but I don't think he's that type of guy. No. I think he's a really good player that has a great head on his shoulders. I think they'll get it fixed going forward, and I don't expect that to happen again.
So you think that this was strictly his father's opinion, not Rome's opinion?
Yes.
Of course he wanted the ball. Don't get it twisted. He wanted the ball for sure.
Do you think they have spoken about it?
He spoke about it and told him, hey.
Absolutely, they have spoken.
Of course, but don't tweet about it. Me going to my dad saying, bro, I ain't getting no fucking target. Let me vent to you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to tweet about it. You know what I'm saying?
So my golden rule on this, going all the way back to the days that family members just used to talk to reporters and say the same things that he's posting now. You are responsible. The player is responsible for his immediate family members, whatever opinions they express publicly. It's up to that player to say, you can't do that, because too much of it is in confidence from player to family members. So the dad knew exactly what he was saying because he got it from the quote-unquote horse's mouth. He got it from the kid, right? And again, that's where I'm parting ways with you, Aqib, on this, because you have to be held accountable for what your father posts on social media. If it's a coach or an executive in the Bears organization, they should go to the player, go to Rome and say, you've got to tell him no more of this, because it's not fair to you, it's not fair to Caleb. He is voicing private conversations publicly from that player, and that will not fly.
But I mean, Skip, how could you say that's a private conversation? It's clear as day. I could look right here and say, damn, my son got 3 targets. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And I could tweet. Like, it ain't. You ain't got to tell me you had 3 targets, Skip. I can look it up right here.
Okay.
And you
clear as day. 0 catches, 3 targets. I can look it up just like that.
Did Rome post on social media? Did the kid?
But that's besides the point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a passionate
like
dad.
I got kids, right? If one day my kids are fortunate enough to play, and I got a big time Rome Odunze.
Oh, you'll be.
Listen, if my son gets 0 targets,
Yeah,
I might say something.
My God.
My son tell me to stop tweeting, I'm gonna say, nigga, I'm your damn dad. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me what the fuck to tweet, bro.
Okay, and
you're
what
the kid, bro.
What if the coach calls you and says, stop?
And then I listen to the coach. All right, coach, I got it. But my son ain't gonna tell me shit. That's my son. You ain't gonna tell me what to do, bro.
Okay.
I raised you. You the reason. I taught you how to catch the ball.
Well,
you gonna tell me how to tweet,
So
man.
you think
But that's going to change, though.
you think Rome was lying, though? Because he said, I made it clear that that's his opinion, not my opinion. That's not how I feel. That's how he feels. I don't think Rome's the type of guy to get up there and blatantly lie to the media. I think he was honest, saying, hey, I'll get that taken care of. He was emotional.
Sometimes we need that voice to vent for us. You know?
Exactly.
So we don't have to say it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And right. It may have been some intent behind that. Like, hey, it's only going to happen once, but we're going to get our point across.
Exactly.
And I'm going to talk to my dad, but as long as it's out, I bet he's going to have 15 targets this
Right.
week.
I bet when you put that mic in front of me, I'll make it look good. Like, yeah, my daddy
Pops,
tripping,
he
man.
tripping. I'm going to talk to him.
You know how Pops would be.
Pops be tripping. I wouldn't even trip.
I wouldn't even trip.
But you're saying point made.
Point made.
People at my house.
Point made.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to end that here. Thank you guys so much for watching the Arena Gridiron. Make sure you like, subscribe, go use code GRID with Underdog, and we will see you back here on Monday. Love you guys.
Woo!